Hello, welcome to Retro Toy Princess. I am Allison Troy, and my guest today is the Mad Hatter.
Hello.
He's here today to color Flip War with me, which is the character he is doing as a Kickstarter. And if you haven't, um, statement number one, we are going to be shilling the fuck, and we're after 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so fuck is on the table.
Fuck. Yes.
I specifically did a countdown and everything, so we're past that little window where YouTube gets upset if you drop F bomb. So fuck is on the table.
Yes. Yes.
So there you go. And since I said it first, as a good hostess, that means Mad Hatter is free to. So not safe for work, people.
I love it.
And I made a coloring page of Flipboard to celebrate. So that is here. For those who, none of you are going to color along that are watching tonight, but if you want to tomorrow, it's on my community page. Go download it. You can color it. Stick it on social media, y'all. Let's get Flipboard. Well, Flipboard is funded, but he could be more funded. So
he could always be more funded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he needs to be really funded. You guys need. What the fuck are you guys doing with your money anyway?
What we want to do, Allison, is we want to not to get right into fucking sales mode. Okay?
No, let's do it.
Here's the deal: we want to make Champions of Neferity a line. Okay, we want it to be. And look, when I say a line, we're not gonna fucking like spam you with like tons of figures, but we figured like if maybe once a year we can have a few figures. You know what I mean? Like 2 or 3. That would be great. You know what I mean? I have some ideas that I want to roll into next year. I got a vehicle I want to do that's a small vehicle. It's like the size of a sky sled. You know what I mean? Nice. And then I have a female character I want to do who is like the queen of this fucking land that we made up. And I think she's going to be really cool. So there's a few ideas that we have. This campaign is very Flipboard centric. If you notice, everything is Flipboard. All the variants of Flipboard, and then his nemesis Flaker. We announced him on Monday, and Flaker. I'm gonna be honest, Allison. He's a fucking asshole. Okay, he does the devil horns with the tongue out. You know what I mean? He's that kind of fucking douchebag. Okay, so even though Flipboard is he's kind of like a douche too. He's almost like an anti-hero. Like there's always a guy that's worse out there. So
I mean, I've seen Moby, so there's always somebody worse.
Could Moby be in the line? Moby, like we put a little hyphen in there, and we just
I would 100% fund that. So
just so you can.
Can I throw it across the room and let my cats just devour it, and then like leave it in the cat box? Because if so, then yeah, definitely let's make Moby happen.
I think so.
He could be a riff on Buzz-Off even, and we all know there are Buzz-Offs still, Origins Buzz-Offs still at Walmart.com, even though none of the stuff we wanted at Walmart Collectors Con last week was. So there you go.
Yeah, Walmart bullshit Collector Con. I got shut out of every Motu figure in Walmart's Collector Con. So speaking of Walmart.
If I had more time, I would have gone and done a variant of this page with Lord Grass in his hand instead of Wondar.
So, oh yeah, you know what? It's all right. I mean, the Lord Grass. I'm glad you did Wondar because Lord Grass still stings. You know what I mean? Like it's still the wound is still fresh. And plus, I have Wondar. I don't know if you know, Allison. I got Wondar right here.
You do
present, and I keep them there to remember. So it's like, remember once you don't ever let your fucking guard down in life because you get Wondar.
Well, always remember Pearl Harbor and where we were when Wondar slipped through our grass.
Exactly. Wait. Those are the two things you got to remember. What about you? Just gave me an idea. You got Buzz-Off. What about a character called Fuck Off? Would that be good? Like just
that would be good. I would buy FUKO.
Yeah, we play it so it's like FUK, but it's just like he's like an antisocial character. Like he doesn't want to be bothered by anybody. He's just fuck off.
You can't even. He literally. It's like heroic master of can't even. So.
Yeah, I like it.
So
we're
quickly,
creating new characters here.
We're gonna say hello to the chat because the chat is popping.
Chat skis.
Oh my god, I just used Poppin. My niece, who's like 16, was probably as horrified when she watched it on the replay as anytime I say something is sus. I'm too old to use sus, so I use it a lot when I'm chatting with her.
First of all, you're never too old to use sus. I mean, yeah, that's just
language gatekeeping of the slang by the youth is like the worst.
I know, it really is the worst. You gotta talk to them.
One of your biggest fans of what you're doing, Master Versatile Toy Hunter Eldor, is in the house.
Oh, hello, sir. Evening there. Can't wait for Flipboard. Thank you for the support, the Flipboard support, the loyal, the. Honestly, Allison, I gotta say this. You know, I joke around a lot. I fuck around a lot, but I fuck around a lot, like joking, not
Yeah,
I'm in a committed relationship, but
Well,
the what?
As you should be. I mean, some people, when you find somebody, it's your only chance. So if you fuck it up, you're fucked.
That's right. You know what? My wife is she is an angel on her. Do you know, Allison? I have a review coming up of an M Bison in a Dalsum. I didn't even find it. I can't front. She was out shopping. I said, "Hey, can you look out for M Bison and Dalsum?" Without having to reference, what does that mean? She found them on the shelves. She found two to Jada Toys. When does that happen? She wasn't like, what's that? She just found them. Isn't that
probably was like, she did the, and then she Googled it, figured it out, and then made it happen. Because
you know what? That's okay too. That's okay. But I do want to say thank you. I'm going to be, because we're going to be joking around a lot and taking the piss. But I do want to say in earnest, thank you to everybody who's supporting the Flipboard campaign, because you are, if you don't, whether you know it or not, you are supporting independent art and independent creation. Okay, and it is off the back of, we got lots of Motu, we got lots of turtles, we got lots of stuff like that, but it's nice to have new IP and new things that we can be entertained by. So I have to, this is me being very earnest. I have to give an earnest thank you to everybody who fucking came out, and they're still coming out, man. Like
I'm enjoying the enthusiasm. There are a lot of people who really are just, like I'm going to reference you again, Eldor. He's just been doing all this fan art. He's been creating his own characters because he's so enthused and excited about.
That's awesome.
So
that's fucking
really
awesome.
quick.
That's beautiful.
Let's say hello to Derek Hoover.
Derek Hoover, hello, my friend.
He is the host of yesterday's podcast. Disclaimer, I am a Patreon of yesterday's podcast.
Ooh.
But it's because I support what he's doing. So go listen to yesterday's. They're on YouTube now. Gady's Toys, Andrew, welcome. Also finally on YouTube with his MI Ladies of the 80s action figure stuff.
And it was just on Gotham Knights. Ryan Dole,
yep,
aka Dolly, who is a sweetie pie. I don't know if you
know. If you don't love Dole, like, I can't fuck with you. Again,
yeah,
we're rated R.
Dole, we gotta fucking, if you don't love Dole, tell me in the chat. I'm gonna call you after this.
Yeah, right.
Podcast, and we'll have a talk. I mean, it might go 30 minutes, an hour.
It could be The Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan would be playing in the
arms. Well, you know what? I don't want to get you a copyright.
Yeah, let's not do the copyright thing yet. I mean, even though it sounded like it was off tune enough, they would. Why is it the same thing? But just in case. Hello, Johnny of Geek the F Out, who is one of
what?
The moderators this evening. Kayla is, I believe, on vacay.
No, Kayla, get your ass in the chat.
Smack that like, y'all.
Unacceptable.
Oh, look, there I am saying everyone does. Smack that like as if there were a flipper trying to take a figure from your hand. Hello, Brennan Barnes. Welcome. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Hello, Hylian Dread.
Hello.
I always feel like I don't say that one right, but
Hylian Dread. Hylian Dread.
Either way. He also does. I have a lot of creators in my audience, and I love that.
You have a lot of artistic people.
Wait. Giraffe, which is the sound that you make when you say giraffe, when you have like one of those, when you've had not enough fiber in your diet and too much corn.
Can I say, Allison, that my daughter is obsessed with giraffes? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is. She wants everything giraffe. Okay,
that's really cool though.
Yeah, she's just like, it's just her my turtle obsession for Hertz giraffes. That's all I want to say.
As long as it's not Iggy Azalea merchandise, I think you're good. So. Shiny plastic people, hello, Chris. Chris is actually in the Bay Area, so thank you for popping in from your vacay to say hello. That's dedication to a cause. Yeah, we're flipping tables. Exactly, sir. Exactly. Hello, Rhea Black. Welcome.
Hello.
We've got Brick Something, and Brick Something is saying another unlock apparently might be. Disclaimer: this is not a real unlock, but we'll pretend for something it is.
No, however, that's it. I know Brick is joking, but we're done. We are. We came in, just so you guys know. There were 3 variants that I wanted to do a Flipboard, and then I always wanted to do a villain. I was like, if we're gonna do a campaign, this is gonna be technically wave 1. We need a villain, so Flaker is that, and that's it. I think we call it a day now. In terms of like wave 1, this is the Flipboard. We didn't announce this officially, but there was one more guy, honestly, that we were thinking. We're like, nah, like let's just kind of go out on a high note and just have the ones that we have. And wave 2 will, I think, any wave we're thinking is going to be small. I don't think we're going to go more than like 3 figures. You know what I mean? In like a wave, but this campaign will allow us to, in the next campaign, do some more sculpts, because I really want to do a female figure. Like I really want to.
It needs to happen because as Gady's Toy said, like most of my collection is ladies figures at this point. Like I don't. Other than Origins, and I'm not really all in on Origins because buying them is at this point.
Yeah, buying them is a fucking bit. I will say to Alpha Magnus, no Spirit of Flipboard. We do not at this campaign, but we do have a. There is a plan, but I just don't want to inundate people so much. You know what I mean? Because we do have people that are like I know it's like, hey, you don't have to get all of them, but if people are sick like me, and I say that in a good way, sometimes you want to get all of them. So, but I don't want to do it all at once. So that is one that I think we make like a fun thing, but like I just don't want to do it now. And again, I want to have other sculpts. Sorry, what the fuck was that sound? I want to do other sculpts and other stuff moving forward. But yes, Spirit stuff is also always good. You know what I mean? Like Spirit of Jaga, Spirit of Splinter, Spirit. That's always fun, even if it's a smaller run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, everyone likes translucent plastic figures.
Yeah.
Except Mattel, because finding any figure from Mattel at this point. Which is why you need to back Flipboard, because Flipboard will definitely show up if you back him. So.
Flipboard is everyone that wants a Flipboard can get a Flip. Isn't that amazing? If you want it, you can get it. What a concept. You don't have to fucking, it's going up in 30 seconds and do all that shit and fucking as an adult get denied a toy. The fuck? Renders FX is here. I gotta say, I don't know if you know Allison. Renders FX, the Leonardo da Vinci, not the turtle, of like the artist of the Flipboard campaign, who took my drawings and brought them to life. And he's there. He's a fucking celebrity. We gotta roll out the red carpet.
I am aware because I've been watching all the streams that you've been doing, and you've called him out, I think, on every one for his masterful design. But I'm gonna pretend like I'm not, so there's no problem with you repeating it. So. Thank you, Gady's Toys. And my neck beard has been whatever that means. I mean, like, yeah, okay, fair.
I got a little bit of a neck beard thing going.
Yeah.
What about the middle finger? There were 10 days to get the middle finger. Then we had an open, Allison. We had an open. Tell me if that's fair. An open window for 10 days to get middle finger. And by the way, we're not even saying that in the next campaign we might have another avenue to get middle fingers, but like I believe, and Allison, you give me your opinion on this, and I will take the chat's opinion. If you set up an early bird, I think you should abide by like the rule of the early bird, right? Especially if it's like a gracious early bird, like a 10. And by the way, people have asked if Flaker does not come with middle fingers, because Flaker's not a middle finger guy. He's this guy. He's a fucking douchebag. So
he's like that.
He's like this. He's with the devil horns. So I will say this: middle fingers.
He likes Nickelback, right?
Say again.
Flakor likes Nickelback, right?
Yeah, Flaker likes Nickelback. Flaker is like the type who he watches like Guy Fieri a lot. Like he watches like that cooking show.
Going
He,
to Flavor Town, okay.
Yeah, he goes to Flavor Town. He's like that kind of fucking guy. Yeah. So, but I do want to say we gave a good window, but I will say that in the next campaign we do, hopefully, God willing, middle fingers might be on the table again. But we had to give. We wanted to reward early backers in some way for this campaign. But we made it a pretty. I mean, that's a third of the time that the Kickstarter is up. The Kickstarter is up for 30 days. That's 10 days. So, but it may return. We don't know. Nobody knows. Who the hell knows?
Yeah. Well, so my feeling on early bird things is, if it's an early bird, it should stay an early bird, except in like, for instance, when Mattel with Eternia were like, okay, we'll let everyone, if we get to a certain point, get King Grayskull. That I was okay with because there were some issues with the rollout of the
yes
with like the
correct.
like they didn't have the payment stuff all set up, and some of the overseas shipping stuff wasn't resolved yet.
Yes.
So not everyone could get into the early bird. So for that, I was okay with it. In your case, there's no reason anybody shouldn't have got in on the early bird if they wanted to, especially since they won't be charged until April 1st, is it, or is it April 2nd?
Yeah, April 1st is when
Okay.
you get charged, and but that's also why I think so. The stretch goal is the accessory hands, which to me is the most exciting of the hands, because if we hit that stretch goal, you can have him with his hand, well, both hands if you want to take a scooper off. You can have him holding up his two action figures of himself with the appropriate holding up hand. So to me, if I'm going to display him, that to me screams like Flipper.
That's like Shutter Island meta right there.
Yes. Yeah. So,
or like an ingrown toenail. But either way, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really quick, let's pretend that this is my normal, instead of a very special episode of Blossom.
Yeah, no worries.
Where we learn about whatever. I think back now and I'm like, I don't think I learned anything from very special episodes of Blossoms, because I already knew about STD because I had a friend in college, Slutty Tina. And before anyone's like, why did you call her Slutty Tina? It would have been rude to call her Ugly Tina because she can't fix that. Anyway,
right, being slutty is like a choice.
And especially in the 90s, there was no. Now we don't slut shame, but in the 90s, it was okay. Like, it was fine. Right. It was a different time.
Right.
We know better now.
I used to get slut shamed constantly, by the way. So
I can see that of you. I bet you just made your way around the entire fraternity house. So really quick, but let's pretend really quick that we're doing my official Sunday show. But
sure.
So we're coloring Flipboard. I'm coloring with Prismacolor 36 because I'm going to do the gold variant, and this has everything I need to do it. I also, just in case I finish before you're ready to be done, I printed up 3 so I can do some variants or whatever, but I'm going to start with the gold one because I've been practicing gold effects.
Okay.
Because, you gotta do your thing. What are you coloring with tonight?
Are we going to color? Oh, my Lord. So I printed out my Flipboard right here.
Excellent.
Part of me was saying, like, do I color him in flaker colors? But I decided no, I'm going to go traditional Flipboard. And I got these. What are these things called? I went to Michael's and I pulled all the appropriate colored pencils. I don't know what this is. Faber-Castell.
That's a pretty good brand,
so I got, this is everything that I need to achieve perfect flip, which is basically what I'm calling the perfect Flipboard that I'm going to draw right here. Or color in.
No, Faber-Castell is a pretty good brand. I've got some over there. I like the Prismacolors. I'm an art college snob. I drop out. I didn't finish art college because fuck that dude, professor guy. I mean, not literally. I wasn't that girl who slept with my professor and then failed anyway. Slutty.
I wanted to sleep with my professor to get good grades, but they were like, "Get the fuck away from me!" So one
of my professors was the Roto-Rooter man, because that's a regional role. They get somebody from the area for the Roto-Rooter thing, and
okay,
he was a great professor, but yeah, no Jan, no. So I mean, you know, like people don't. I mean, you would look at my exes and think I have no taste, and that I didn't develop taste until later in life. But you know, I had some taste at least. I mean, he was also older than my dad, and I don't have that fixation of older dads or whatever. I mean, like, no offense to my, you know, the gays and theys who like silver foxes, but that's not really a daddy thing. So that's just who like silver foxes.
We're learning a lot about you, Allison.
If you watch, I do solo live streams every other Friday where I'm coloring a vintage 1984 Masters of the Universe. And it's very much like, you know, sometimes you would come home from the club and Bob Ross would be on, and it would be like 3 a.m. you're drunk, and he would like let one of those little things fly. Like, you know, like that's the stream to watch on the replay because I'm by myself, no guest. And sometimes it gets a little unhinged. And afterwards, I'm like, maybe I should delete that one. And I'm like, yeah, but all the Carls will be dead soon anyway. And if they watch it, they need the reckoning. They need to stop and go, maybe I was the asshole, because they were. They all
right.
were. Right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna do a gold effect on Flipboard.
Okay.
And you're gonna do him classic colors.
I'm gonna do him classic. Here's my fucking technique right here. Okay. I like as when I color, I like to save the best for last. And to me, that's the gray. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the boring skin tones. Okay. That's the part I find most boring. And then I think I'm gonna save Goldie right here, and then the gray for last. That's gonna be the Hatter coloring technique right here in full effect. Okay, we're gonna fucking color right now. All right.
That's fine. That's not a problem. So I don't tell people how to. I mean, there's this. It's funny because even you were like, "Don't judge me if I don't color well," and it's like, if somebody comes on here and they color bad, it just makes me look better. So why would I judge that?
Like, yeah, you wouldn't judge that. It's been a while, but it's you know, you sometimes miss being artistic. By the way, I like the ab work on this Flipboard right here, because I've had so many people tell me, "Hey, dude, if you want to make this flipper accurate, you got to have him have like a big fucking gut like other flippers or whatever." And I was like, yeah, but this guy represents the pinnacle of flipperdom. You know what I mean? This guy should be like what other flippers aspire to. So yeah, he's got to be ripped. You know what I mean?
This dude is ripped because Flipboard gets up, he hits all the Targets, all the Walmarts.
Exactly.
And then he goes and lists everything on eBay. Then he hits the gym. Then he eats at Subway on purpose because he likes it.
I mean, Subway, didn't a really creepy guy lose a bunch of weight on Subway?
Yeah, he did, actually. Jared, wasn't his name Jared or something? I lost all this weight and got enough money that I could be the biggest gross guy in the world.
Yeah.
Way to go, Subway Jared.
Okay,
and he's in prison now, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to see something funny? I don't have like my table here. So look at what I'm using to draw on. This G.I. Joe. It's G.I. Joe mole rat. I'm just using this.
That seems appropriate somehow. And
it's nothing against the G.I. Joe mole rat. It's just you know, I just saw it there and I was like, you know what, that would be great. I'm gonna open this anyway. And it's
and that one has nice art on it, so that's almost
this is a nice mole rat. But you know, I'm using it to draw. I already forgot which part is. Oh no, that part is brown. Allison, I don't even remember my own fucking character. Can you believe that? Like
I can.
Yeah. This is that's why I need renders to fucking tell me, hey, stupid, your character is this color or whatever. But we're gonna wing it though.
Yeah, just it's art. So if it's not quite like the accurate coloring, just like. You can always pass. This was what it was like in my original concept coloring, and this is a concept. You know, like you can spin that.
I know, but Allison, it's got to be fucking perfect. God,
there's no such thing as perfect. There's. Wait, oh my god, I almost sound like my art teacher, the one I liked, the good one. There's no such thing as perfect. There's just the best that you can do.
Every art teacher I've ever had has been fucking pretty cool. Like I have to say, I've been lucky with art teachers. I've hated any other teachers like math and shit like that, because I
Yeah.
don't have a brain for. I'm so fucking dumb with math. People will be like, hey, like simple shit, and I'll do this on my fingers, and and so I think I never garnered the respect of my math teachers, but I was always cool with my art teachers. I always except one. Oh wait, sorry. I went to Highland Oaks Middle School, and there was a teacher called Miss Rutherford. Oh my God, this woman was such a fucking angry little bitch. She was so fucking nasty, and she had no artistic ability. I was like, why are you teaching art? And she was so angry all the time, man. And one time, my friend was fucking around. This is a true story. My friend Reese, and we would be in the back, just like just fucking around, like in art. How like you're just sitting in the back. And I remember one time he wrote, I don't know what he wrote, but he wrote like fuck everyone, and he wrote my name, like signed whatever. And then this woman was like, hey, get over here. Did he put that on that stool? And I was like, lady, why would I incriminate myself on a stool so obviously? Like, why would I put my name there, on the stool? And she fucking sent me up for that. And I had to go home, and like, I wanted to kill my buddy Reese. I was like, you fucking moron. She really thinks that I did it. And he's like, he's like, dude, she doesn't think you did it. She knows you didn't do it, but she wants an excuse to just fuck you over. So yeah, Miss Rutherford, I don't know if she's dead now, but she fucking sucked.
Well, hopefully, if she's not dead, it sounds like she deserves to maybe be dead. But if she's not dead, hopefully she watches this tomorrow and realizes she sucks. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Miss Rutherford, I'm selling an action figure, so fuck you.
What are you doing, Mrs. Rutherford? You're probably eating cottage cheese with a peach in it.
Oh man, she was a bad art teacher. She was like somebody.
Zach.
What happened?
Zach Kinsella has joined the chat.
Oh, okay. Hello, howdy. We're just coloring, guys.
Yeah, right. We're just coloring and chilling. And then Katie's Toys has a really great point. Remember, math teachers were like, "You'll need this," and the joke's on you, bitch. Never math sense.
Dude, Katie's Toys is so fucking right, because I never. First of all, taxes, you use an accountant. You know what I mean? Like what like when the fuck? Like, I wish I learned how to fix a car when I was a kid. I wish I learned how to like do shit. Like who needs to add stuff up? Like what why do you it's completely right, but whatever. I guess we're just gonna keep teaching that, right?
My favorite was so a bear leaves Chicago at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, God.
And a Chinese mole rat leaves. And I was always the person, like, why is it Chinese? Like, that makes no sense. Solve the problem. It's like, but I think this problem might be a little racist. We need to. And of course, it was like 1990 something, and my math teacher was probably racist and didn't want to find out through me.
That's the trick. It doesn't have to be. You're 100% right.
There was no reason for it to be a Chinese mole, but there we were, like getting a Chinese mole. Like,
no, I agree. Is it wrong that I want to reach out to Renders and ask him what color this fucking guy's supposed to be? Because I'm like struggling. I'm going, wait, I forget. I forgot.
Has entered the building. Good evening, Lawrence.
Hello,
Lawrence. Black Phoenix. They are in the house. Hello, Black Phoenix. Derek.
You know what it is. You know what it is, Allison. These people, they want to see our fucking dope coloring skills. Okay, we got something to prove now.
Yeah, exactly. We have so much to prove to all the people on the internet, because what else would they be doing right now other than watching this?
Yeah. Can you people on the internet, can you promise me, if you did order a Flipboard and you see that I colored him badly, please don't cancel the Flipboard.
Yeah, don't cancel your Flipboard.
Yeah, don't judge, because I'm not going to be coloring every Flipboard. That's the thing. People might think that I'm going to be sitting there at the factory just coloring individually every Flipboard. I guarantee you I won't be doing that. So rest assured, your Flipboard figure is in better hands than my.
Can you even go back overseas after the incident? I thought like you were banned from,
I mean, I might be. That's up to the FBI. We don't know.
That's fair.
But
right.
Dude, I'm having a lot of fucking fun coloring. Like, I haven't colored in a long fucking time. And you know what? I could I be can I be a professional as an adult? Can I be a professional colorer with colored pencils and like make a living off that?
You know, there are people on YouTube who have a much bigger subscriber base than I do who do. They
Mhm.
also do 100% what we call color tube. And because I sort of straddle that line between toys and coloring,
Uh-huh.
you know, but if I were to sort of bust out the adult coloring books and do a bunch of this is how you do scan, and it's amazing. Like I would probably have a much bigger subscriber base, but
Got it.
I like my little weird corner of
No, I love it.
coloring
This is,
old coloring books and old toys, and like I have a fun. My niche is fun. Like
no, this is a fucking fun. This actually, I'm having a lot of fun because this is like a unique experience. You know what I mean? Like you go on other places, it's fine, but like
I mean, you
I
go
get
on
to
Geek
color.
Dad Life and you have to talk to Jay, and
I
like
know that's a
no
little bit.
shade to Jay, but you know, like you have to talk to Jay. Like you can't talk. I mean,
Or how about when I got to talk to that fucking punk Johnny Nostalgia? I mean, that's a dude
oh
who
my
like,
god.
yeah.
Well, I mean, like he doesn't even have a Mustang yet, so I can't. He's still in his Miata, I think.
Can
That's
you
funny because I used to make the joke about like, oh, what are you like in a Corolla or something? He's like, I've got a Miata, and I'm like, that's worse. So everyone, so Johnny Nostalgia's not here tonight, so let's talk about him.
Oh, dude, I don't, I'll trash Johnny Nostalgia even if he is here. He's
So here's my, well, I don't know if it's an origin story per se, but this is my whole thing about Miata. So I dated a Carl in high school, and
okay.
he had a Miata that was always breaking down. So he'd always, and you never know in high school when you're insecure whether or not it's just like they're just not showing up because they're dating some girl who will put out. But he was in a Miata, so obviously, like now that I'm older, his car was literally broken down. It's a Miata, like that's what they do.
Sure.
They break down and they flip and nearly kill you. And then in college, I had a friend who had a Miata, and he was nearly murdered by it because it flipped because he drove too
God.
fast and the wind hit it and the top was down, and he was in the hospital for a week. I mean, like the coma, like it was
Oh
serious.
my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was
he
pretty
was
bad.
fucked up. Okay.
So I was like, definitely Miata is not a thing that should happen. He kept driving it after though, so some people never learn. Um, and uh, and then I've known a bunch of d bags that like I dated another guy in college who had a Miata, but it was on blocks in his yard because it was always broken down. And then about 2 years ago, I started seeing a new therapist. Therapy will save your life, people. And when I would leave the office, I have road rage issues, so I take public transit, especially to therapy. When you leave therapy, you need to not.
Oh my God.
Condition.
I have road rage too. Go on, please.
But I was at the bus stop waiting for my bus to get to the train, and this guy in a Miata pulls up, and the top's down. It's like blue. He obviously thought he was trying to do the thing like, hey, so I'm hot, I'm cool, and he was not unattractive. And then the Miata died right there as the light turned, right in front of me. So the uncomfortable eye contact that he had made when he realized I wasn't actually like into him. He's now his car's died. He's stuck there, right? And he's trying to play it off, and the bus that I'm waiting for pulls up behind him, and it can't get fully to the stop because he's stuck right there. And then it starts, and then we don't get to go through the light because we're stuck behind him. And finally, he gets the fuck out of the way in his own Miata, right?
Get out the way, bitch.
Pretty much. So I, of course, put it on Facebook because this is what I did at the time. Everything went onto Facebook. And I made fun of him. And somebody was like, but I have a Miata. And I'm like, that's your problem, sir. So 2 weeks later, leaving therapy, I'm at the light. Guess who pulls up in his Miata?
Oh.
And guess who
dies?
Right? Yeah, and he's got and he sees me, and he like obviously remembers because it was that traumatic to him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah. He dies again right there.
Wow.
And then he makes the bus miss that. I get on the bus, and this repeats about 4 times. So about 4 or 5 months ago, I was in that part of town, and guess who pulls up? And he's still driving that Miata too. He must still have payments on it. And it dies, and I look up. he looks up and he's like, this is probably the first time we've seen each other, and every time we see each other, his Miata is dying. So anyway, Johnny Nostalgia, when you watch this tomorrow on replay, this is why I cackle when you say you have a Miata, as if that's a Mustang.
Right. By the way, that whole whole thing you mentioned, that's like the beginning almost of like a rom-com.
Yep. It would be if I were single and if I could date a man in Miata. I mean, like if you were to get a better car, probably. And I'm not somebody who normally cares about cars. I care about cars that break down and make me late on my bus. Because
you want that.
There's that Razor thing. It's like, like it's like Sandra Bullock in Speed, like
dun 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 dun.
Yeah, right. So anyway, it's a Miata story.
Yeah, I like it. By the way, I think I'm finished. I don't know how fast you are. You know what? You're doing fucking great over there.
Oh, yeah.
I love that gold, the gold touch on the. Yeah. So I like your technique. You are saving the skinny parts, the skin parts for last.
Yeah, it's true. Well, okay. So this is, I'm going to, and everyone who watches my live stream right now just groaned because I tell the story all the time and to every guest. But I do daily shorts, right? Not for much longer because that's a fucking grind. I'm going to take a few weeks off. I've got back stock though, so you guys are going to see a bunch of old stuff that you're like, this isn't as good as what we've been seeing. Yeah, it's because the old stuff that I was like, this isn't good. I'm not going to put that up there. It's about to start hitting the algo. But when I first started doing shorts, I would color the person and then the background, and people stopped watching as soon as I finished the skin and the hair.
Okay.
And you know how YouTube is when the algorithm is like, people stop watching
weird.
15 seconds. So now I just color everything but this, like the clothes, then I colored the entire background, then the clothes, then the skin, and then the hair.
Okay.
And the biggest request I get, like on TikTok videos, when people realize I'm on TikTok and watch my shit over there, are like, why don't you do a video where you tell us how you do skin? I'm like, would you still watch my videos after? I don't say that.
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, I'll do one eventually. But I'm like, but if you can do it, you would probably stop watching my videos.
Sure. You want to keep them engaged.
Gotta keep you engaged, lady on TikTok.
Keep you engaged. I have my one here. Allison, should I show my work or should I wait until you're finished?
No, we can show your work now.
However, I don't want to mess up your format.
Oh, no, you're fine. My format is like if you color, you're solo now. So, yeah, just hold it up to the
screen. Here it is. Here's my Flipboard right here. Okay.
Looks pretty good.
So what I did is I tried to, even though I only have the one peach color, I just pressed it real hard, and I think I fucking messed up the pencil, but I tried to give it a little bit of cell shading right here because I only have the one tone, and then I tried to give it a little bit of cell shading on the boots. I'm just like a boat. I'm having trouble pointing right here. And then I couldn't do some cell shading. It's very hard with colored pencils, but I brought a marker in to do the glasses. I gave him a little bit of beard work. I think I did okay with the gold. And
I made the Flipboard thing in a way where with the photoshopping of it so that it would be easier for you to
I love this.
To achieve an effect. I mean, you could pretty much just put a regular yellow on that and get a gold effect with the way I did that.
Well, I was able to get a colored pencil that was pretty damn close to gold, so I'm pretty happy about this. But this is my Flipboard. What do you do with these, Allison? Like after you're done with it, do you put these anywhere? What do you do with them?
Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, I kicked him off. Oops, sorry guys. He finished coloring. Sorry, you finished coloring and we were done. No, just
you're done. You're done with me at that point.
That was accidental. My apologies, everyone. The man of the hour. I've got Trapper Keepers full of like finished pages.
You got Trapper Keeper. Does anyone? I don't know. Does this break format, Allison? Does anybody want this? Does anybody want?
Not at all. If you would like to give it away to a viewer.
Yeah. Does anybody want? I mean, I'll sign it if you want. I don't know. I don't know the format. But I'm happy. I'm happy to share. If you want this, I would say I'll give my colored penciling. I'll give it my own rating. Maybe Allison, you have another rating. I'll say I'll give it like a 4 out of 10 or something. But if anybody in your audience, I don't know if you want to do a drawing, whatever, but I will mail it to whoever
Let's do this. Tonight, take a picture of it and then post it on Instagram. Tag me, and then I will share it also. And if it, we'll get a bunch of likes on it, and then whoever, let's see, do a drawing, but let's say we'll figure it out.
Whatever you want to do. I didn't want to give you a bunch of work that you have to do. I'm just saying
if you're gonna mail it, that's the hard part. I hate mailing shit.
I will put it. You know what? I'll even put it in a fucking padded envelope. Okay, that's how.
So let's do the. Okay, let's do this.
By the way, national, no international.
Yeah, no international. Sorry, Canadians.
Yeah, we got to keep it.
We can, if you're international, we can do a JPEG or whatever. Like we can get creative. Okay, here's what we'll do. If you would like, Hatter's colored version of this, and he'll sign it for you. If you would like it, what I want you to do is
I'll sign it right here.
Yeah. Go to my community tab, and everyone within the next 48 hours, everyone who comments on the community tab for this stream with the Flipper coloring page, comment on it, "You're a mess, Carl." And from everyone who comments on the community tab, "You're a mess, Carl," and gives it a like, we'll draw somebody from that pool, and we will pick a winner, and then Hatter will send you his signed colored page.
I will do that. What's a good way to send something like this? Like padded envelope is good. Like what's?
Yep. Do you have like you used like regular printer paper, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Yep. So if you were to get like a regular inexpensive document envelope, and then slice Amazon cardboard about the same size, and then put it in the envelope.
put it between cardboard,
and it wouldn't be expensive to mail that.
Okay. Right? Here, I'll even do. Should I do like a little? Here, I'll sign it right here, and so you know that it's me, and you know that it's not. We're not fucking around here. So
yeah, no, we are not.
Right, this, and I'll even give you the little hat at the top. There you go. You got the little MHR. Probably, Allison, what would you say? Worth thousands at some point, or maybe 10,000.
Yeah, it would be worth thousands. It's Flipboard and your toy line are going to one day be massive, and you can now say and we'll pretend this is concept art. This is how Hatter helped develop it.
There you go.
This is the art that Hatter got to renders to make the renderings and stuff.
Yes. And always remember, I drew this on the back of a mole rat. Okay.
Yeah, on the back of a mole rat from
as a board. So if you want this signed, okay, this is all because of Allison, because I love her channel. I respect the channel, and I love coloring. I'm feeling Allison. What's the word? I'm feeling magnanimous. Okay.
Magnanimous.
I want to get back. So if you want this, I will foot the bill. But if you're in like Guam or something, I don't know. It gets a little fucking tricky.
It gets a little dicey.
Yeah. So my advice is
if you're in Guam, it's a little dicey anyway. You should maybe get out of Guam, because I think it's messed up right now. So unless you're naturally from Guam, then you're probably okay. But if you are
true.
Mayo sapien from America and you're in Guam, maybe get out, because it may not be cool for you to be.
Yes.
And you might be a colonizer, and you probably shouldn't be colonizing Guam. Anyway, but that's a different story. That's a different live stream. Yeah.
Right.
We'll discuss colonization and whatnot on a different, very special episode of Allison Toy Retro Toy. I'll save that for the Thanksgiving episode.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I've got a very nice Barbie Thanksgiving page that we'll color on Thanksgiving and discuss colonizers and stuff. So.
Yeah. You know what I do like, Allison? I do like that now that we're done with this, I can just look at what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
And look at all the gold, because it's very hard to color and look. I like all of the like the I don't even know, like the little shines that you're making there. It's all looking very, very goldy. By the way, guys, Gold Flipboard is up on Kickstarter. So you know you want a gold Flipboard. You could take what Allison is doing into real life. Is this real life? You're like the kid at the dentist, and you could fucking have your own gold Flipboard. All right.
Yep.
So there you go. It's
You can do it.
Make your dreams come true.
All right, let's see. Toy Stalker says, so that's going on eBay. You know, if that's what happens, that's what happens. Whatever you do, once you got it, you got it. It's yours, you know.
Yeah. If you want to put that page I just did on eBay, that's your choice. If you want to make, you know, tens of you know, nickels on that, you can Homework Kate saying how much too. There's no how much. This is according to Allison, this is a drawing. This is
it's a drawing. He's gonna send it to you. I mean, if you get it and then try to sell it and people buy it, like, good for you.
Yeah,
like,
good for you, man. If you know what, if you sell it and people buy it, and for a good amount of money, maybe you could give me some fucking advice, because I don't know how to make that kind of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. No, it's a thing. It's a whole ass thing.
So
I had to throw that ass in there so that people remember this is a very special episode of Awesome.
Yeah.
It's not the one where we talk about STDs though. We're gonna save that for next time Hatter is on.
Yeah, that's you know what? I would love if somebody, wouldn't it be fucking cool if somebody did a collection of very special episodes? Like, and it's just from different shows of like the 90s or whatever, Saved by the Bell, all those, but it's like it's just a collection of all of their very special episodes, so you can just kind of like watch them.
It would have to start with that episode of Different Strokes where the gross old dude like tried to kidnap Dudley.
That's right.
That was the birth, I think, the very special there were a bunch. I take that back though. On Anne Romano and Mackenzie Phillips on One Day at a Time, there were a lot of every episode of One Day at a Time there, now that I think about it, was like
I think it might have been a little before the One Day at a Time.
It was sort of both before and after my time. Most like the early, I think it started like when I was way too young, but like sort of when it ended in like 83-ish, like I was old enough. I caught it on, no, it was like the channel that eventually became FX.
Yeah.
When I was in college, they played One Day at a Time in the morning, right as I was getting ready to go to college, and then at lunch when they would come home to eat.
Okay.
Shit at the student union was too expensive. I'd go back to my apartment and eat ramen, which was very good ramen, because I had a very good babysitter when I was a kid who taught me how to like lux some ramen up. But
everybody keeps saying, why did ramen become the thing that people are like, hey, you got no money, you're eating ramen? Like,
because it was like 10 cents a packet.
Is that what it was?
Yep, it was 10 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, we just found out how rich you were in college, Hatter.
I wasn't.
I didn't even fucking know what ramen is, y'all.
No, because
Poser.
Because there were other cheap things. Like we had Ritz crackers. Oh my God. We used to, in school, we had like this RA. So I went to Cal State LA, and in Cal State LA, the dorm situation fucking sucked because like you were away from the college and you had to like schlep up a fucking gigantic hill to get to the fucking school. But when you got up the hill, there was like this like student union there. And the dude who worked at the student union we would take fucking snacks from this guy, because they would just get all of the like leftover shit because they were right next to the cafeteria. So like this guy had like Oreo. We ate like shit, by the way, but we would always get free food from that student union because he would just fucking anything that was like a donut they couldn't sell. You know how it works. Like you can only fucking sell it when it's fresh. We would basically eat, like, I thought I was eating like a king back then. We would eat that and we would live off fucking like Cheez-Its, man. I swear there was a year where all I ate was fucking Cheez-Its.
But everyone in the chat, let's also take a moment. Exactly.
Is the molestation episode the one where he's like, I'm going to kill your parents?
It might be. Like, but we know that didn't happen because Dudley never moved into the apartment with Mr. Drummond and Kimberly.
Oh, okay.
because But I was going to say that we all know, again, like you're not doing a lot to defeat the you were so rich back in college because you were eating Cheez-Its, not great value cheese crackers.
Wait, hold on a sec. I guarantee you, if you compare price of Cheez-Its versus like ramen, it's probably the same. There's no way, because it wasn't full Cheez-Its boxes. It was those little packs
Okay.
that you got in the vending machine, and he had just so many of them. And yeah, it was like I probably ate Cheez-Its for like 1 year.
Okay, so guys, he wasn't rich; he was middle class. Okay.
I wasn't. I grew up with a single mother. I was not rich.
Gloria Vanderbilt, you're like.
Oh, I'm like
Are you
I'm like
Carson?
Cooper, Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, Anderson, I went to call him Carson Anderson. Or
Carson.
he and his, but let's all admit, take a moment to appreciate Anderson Cooper's dreamy blue eyes.
Yes, he's very dreamy.
So you were the lost Vanderbilt era.
I'm the lost Vanderbilt.
It all makes sense. It's all falling into place.
That's true. Oh no, I had those, and you know what else I had? I had combos. Do you remember combos?
I remember combos.
I can make them anymore.
The pretzel and cheese one was really good.
Yes, pretzel and cheese combo. Wait, was there any other? Well, there was a pizza one.
There was the pizza one that had like, and then there was the pretzel with peanut butter.
That's right.
And then there was the weird one that was trying to be like the good cracker from the like what is the mix one that had like little rye crackers,
like Chex Mix.
Yeah, like a Chex Mix, but like Ghirardelli's or whatever you call it.
Okay, yeah, Ghirardelli's.
It was a little too expensive for me.
Yeah.
I say that, but I was also the person in college where I would, like, my dad was still making pretty good money, so I was.
You had a dad. You were rich.
I had two parents. I had both parents.
I know.
And
nice. that must be nice.
It was really cool to have two parents and like know where I came from and stuff. Not everybody has that. And I would drive home on the weekends and be like, "Hi, Mom. Like, I don't know how to do laundry because I didn't pay attention when you tried to get me to do laundry." Because my mom would try to get me to do laundry and I would fuck it up on purpose. Because she was OCD about stuff like my mom was the person where it's like, it's 10 a.m. and you've accidentally chucked a little bit of mud through the living room, and I would be sneaking in because my parents would have been fine if I had friends and went to parties, which I did, but I lied and said I had no friends and was just going to the library to study so they wouldn't think I was cool.
Oh,
were you rebellious?
Were you a rebellious kid?
I rebelled by pretending to be like the comic books and whatnot in high school, and the acne and the China Phillips wedge haircut would have you believe that I was a nerd. But I would sneak. But anyway, my mom would like break out. It'd be like I'm trying to sneak in, right? And so they don't know I'm cool. And track a little bit of dirt and all this. And I know I'm caught because all of a sudden I hear the vacuum cleaner in the living room like go into because she's got to get that dirt up. And then, of course, I triggered it, so then she cleans the entire house from top to bottom. There's no getting to sleep then. Then you're late to school. And then your teacher is like, "Is there something wrong at home, Allison?" And you're like, "My mom can't stop cleaning." And then you're in. But I would go home and, like, I was spoiled. Like, I'm not even, we had a USS Flagg. I mean.
You had a USS Flagg?
To be fair, it was marked down to $80 when they bought it for us.
Yeah, but $80 in the 80s is like a fucking $1,000.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it was. I mean, I had all the toys. Like, almost all.
I did not have all the toys. I get very jealous of Dolly when he says how he had like an Eternia.
Oh my God, fucking Dolan is I'm jealous. Okay, so here's the deal. We got Christmas. Picture it, Christmas, 1986. We go to the grandparents, right? Because there's a certain age where you have to go to one set of grandparents. I mean, I know you don't know this because you only had one parent,
right?
But there's a time where you have to go to.
I didn't always have one parent. I was not immaculately conceived from.
Well, I can't imagine anything immaculate ever being applied to you. So we'll get that out there, right? Never anything immaculate. Anyway, hey Quip. Lawrence, if you don't watch A Punk with Toys at some point, He had a flag and he had like 17 shipwrecks. So
Oh,
yeah, he was super spoiled.
You spoiled. But did you have siblings? Do you have siblings?
I don't know if I'm sure he has like a sister or something. He
No,
comes.
I'm saying you, Mrs.
Oh, me?
USS
Oh yeah,
Flag.
I've got this. I've got a younger brother.
Okay. Did you have to share a lot, or was this
We
like
technically had to share, but we were smart. We realized we could get more toys and complete more action figure lines if we teamed up. So he like would do, like I didn't do GI Joe until the year like I got, like the year Zorana came out. Like the GI Joe movie was when I was like, oh wait, this is cool. I'm into this more now. I had like Lady
Right.
Jane, I had CoverGirl and the Wolverine. I had all the girl action figures. I thought Barbie was very lame. I had Kenner Darcy. I had Charlie's Angel Stalls, Princess Leia, of course. Well, you can't really see that. That's not in frame. But I've got an entire shrine. Speaking of Leia, if you watched the Hasbro Pulse thingy today,
No, I missed it.
Emily Cantaloupe at Hasbro, cool ass Leia. Anyway,
I missed it.
it's pretty.
Allison, are you trying to flex with all the toys that you had, like, and trying to basically make me feel bad? I can't. I
don't know.
I came here out of the goodness of my heart.
Does it make you feel bad that somebody?
I do. You don't think I feel bad when I hear Dolly say he had the fucking attorney?
Oh no, that was what started it. This is why Dole is worse than I am, though. So anyway, picture at Christmas, 1986. We're at the grandparents' house. My parents so I didn't see how awesome the box art on vintage Eternia was because it got thrown away before, because Santa Claus, even though I was well aware there was no such thing as Santa at that point.
What are you talking about, you fucking liar? No, go on.
There's no Santa. Like, anyway.
I mean, I'm Jewish, so there's no Santa anyway for us, so yeah.
I thought there was Santa, like, there's not a Santa in Jewish. I thought there was something where, like, you leave some wine out and like the door.
No, you're talking about Elijah the prophet, who is the Passover, but he's not Santa. You just leave wine out and you open your door
over your house without bringing gifts. That's
he's just a prophet. What good is a prophet? All a prophet does, he comes up to you and he's like, "Hey, shit's gonna happen," and you're like, "Okay."
But doesn't he also get like the best cut of meat on the table?
No, he does. I mean, they invented like Hanukkah Harry, but that's like an invention that like is in my lifetime. You know what I mean? But that's not.
Hanukkah Harry feels like it was something Gentiles came up with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know any Jews that are into. Not that I know a ton of Jews, but I don't know any that are like, yeah, Hanukkah Harry. We don't give a fuck about all that. By the way, 1986, Allison, Aliens, the release of Aliens by James Cameron. I don't know if you know.
That was a good movie, but it was not as good as the original Aliens. The original Alien.
The Ridley Scott Alien?
Yeah, I'm not a huge James Cameron fan. Like, I mean, he's all right, but like, I've never watched all of. I should watch more of Titanic because the guy I dated a little bit before, sort of after, and a little bit way after that looked a little like him. So the part where he freezes makes me happy. But otherwise, like,
I mean, I like James Cameron. When I think of, I like him because he's super humble.
Yeah, he is really humble. Like back in the early, some point in the 2000s, when people were like, "You should watch Avatar. It's really good," and I hadn't. I was going to be that person who was like, "I'll watch Avatar if 1 million people pay me $1." But I never got off my ass and got that. I could be a millionaire because there were some people. I should do that with The Wire now because everyone's always like, "Have you seen The Wire?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "You should. It's the best TV."
I mean, supposedly The Wire is really good.
That's what I've heard. And my counter to that is always like, "No, but I've seen every episode of Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. That's a show."
Girlfriend's Guide. Okay. Yeah, I think I missed that one.
Carrie Fisher was in season 1.
Was she really?
Yeah. And then she died, and like I was traumatized. But I finished Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce, which frankly didn't help with the trauma.
Carrie Fisher did not die. She is she ascended to some other.
Yeah, wait. What is it she said? No one's ever really gone. They're just over there.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
But yeah,
great writer, by the way. People forget that.
Epic writer. Well, that was sort of part of my, because like she started releasing books when I was in high school, and I was weird and strange, and everyone has that inner monologue, and I was like, I'm so weird. I'm not like other girls, and but Carrie Fisher always, like the way she phrased stuff. it always felt like how my thoughts were. I mean, not exactly like obviously we're different people, but she got my worldview, and then Liz Fair in college also got my worldview. So
I see.
I did all right.
Very good.
Yep. So
I was how you say you were like rebellious and you told how do I okay Allison from a female perspective how do I get my daughter to think when she grows up that I'm fucking cool and not rebel and just be like hey dad's because I'm terrified like obviously I'm kind of like a badass and I want to kind of remain that way and I'm a little afraid that my daughter's going to grow up and be like this guy fucking sucks I'm going to sneak out and I'm going to just like how do I what's your tip? Okay, because nobody gives me. I don't get like good objective tips.
You have to let go of being your kid thinking you're cool. Your kid is never going to think you're cool.
Damn it! But I'm cool.
You have to give up on the idea that your kid is going to like you from the age of like 12 to 27. They're probably not.
But I might be dead during those years.
It's possible. Like it is possible. My dad is a great dad. My mom was a great mom. I did not like them for big chunks of time just because of principle.
Even there has to be Allison. There has to be a way. Okay, there has to be a way where I just get my daughter to think I'm fucking cool. Come on, please.
The harder you try, the less cool she's gonna think you are.
Damn it! Please,
surest way for her to
tell Allison she's wrong, please.
This is my recommendation. Don't fucking bullshit her. Like right before, I don't know if like you're gonna like send her to a public school. If you do before her first day, in no uncertain terms, break down how babies are made. I mean, don't like don't like Pornhub it, but like explain clinically, like this is how a baby is act because kids at school will fill her with some like her brain with some nonsense.
Got it. Okay.
And then she gets to be actually, that's not how babies are made, Carl. And then ruins Carl's day instead of him ruining hers.
I see.
Basically, give her the opportunity to know it all. Just don't fucking talk down to your kids. Like, especially girls, because this world is shitty to the girls, the gays, and the days. So don't like fucking talk down to your kid.
I know, but okay, so why did it work with me? I mean, I grew up and I was a teenager, but I loved my mother the whole time. Like I was never like, hey, get away from me. So like, how can I do that? How can I instill that?
Yeah, but there's a special relationship between the son and his single mom. Like,
damn it!
It's a different thing. Like if you had a dad, like you and your mom may have had a rougher go of it at times because you wouldn't have. Like there's a thing. Like I know too many single moms who have like a son, and there's that great relationship because, yeah. So I don't think there's anything you can do to make her think you're cool other than just actually be cool and not try to force the issue.
No, I'm going to force her. You're going to fucking think I'm cool. Yeah, I'm going to figure out a way.
Okay, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah, what's your favorite movie?
Holy shit. Come on, Allison. Give me at least a top. Can I give you a range of fucking top 5 or something?
Okay, this is why I ask. Whenever we reach certain ages as kids, our parents sit us down like, let's watch this movie. This is my favorite movie you have to see. So what is the first favorite movie you're going to show your kid?
Well, you know what? I'll probably show her like, well, if it's the first, then she's going to be very young. So I'm not going to show her like Die Hard, which is like one of my favorite fucking movies.
That's
you know what I mean? Yeah. Die Hard is for a kid?
How old were you when you watched Die Hard?
I was probably a kid when I saw Die Hard. I was probably like, I don't know, 6.
Don't do that thing where it's like we were in the 80s, especially. We watched all that shit we shouldn't have watched. And there are too many. Allison, single. It's like I'm a cat parent because kids are too much. I don't like kids enough to have them. I like them enough when they can leave.
Right.
And when I can send them, and when I can embarrass my niece by saying "sus" a lot.
Yeah.
But I just like. I have so many friends from high school who are like, oh my God, if my kid ever drinks, I'm like, bitch, we like used to get wasted and drive. Like we would drink 20 bottles of Strawberry Hill between 2 of us and then do roofies and like drive around and not kill anybody and just be grateful. And like, don't pretend that shit didn't happen. Don't do that whole like, Well, I was terrible when I was a kid, but don't do it. Don't do that.
Oh, I don't care about that. I understand the need to like just spread your wings. I just want to be seen as fucking cool. That's all I care about. Okay,
You have to
everything.
actually be cool. Like, and if you're not really cool, I mean, you seem cool to me, but if you're not really cool, like, and kids are not always going to think you're cool, no matter how cool you are.
No, they will. Chat, please tell me I'm cool.
We think you're cool. But wait. Okay, so Lawrence of Punk with Toys has a teenage daughter, and they actually have a good. They went to Aquaman together to make fun of it because it was terrible, and they loved it. So they have a good relationship. So we're gonna actually take a moment to listen to somebody who.
I like it. I like what I'm reading so far. How do a little girl just listen to her, watch all her Disney movies, make her know you're fun, cool, and willing to do things with it, even if it's not free? There you go. There you go.
So Tea Party. You're gonna have not like the political party tea party, but like when she wants to have a tea party, just fucking do it.
I do. By the way, I do everything. Okay. Yeah. I don't see bad movies.
I will say, if my dad had sat and played Strawberry Shortcake with me, there probably wouldn't have been. I mean, like, he financed my entire reality for all those years, and for that, I'm grateful. But he didn't. He sucked for a long time. Anyway. My mom also. I mean, like, I disliked them both intensely for years because puberty, and just I was cooler. I was cooler than my parents. So.
Got it. Okay.
I was also smarter. My parents were too young to be having kids when they had me, but they did it anyway. And I'm a little. I mean, like, I know that sounds like I'm 5 steps from becoming a super villain or whatever, but I was a little bit smarter than my parents, and I always sort of knew it. So that made it difficult because, like, I did have a USS flag. I had to share it with my brother, but that was fine. Because then I got more toys that week. But also, like, I knew how to manipulate them. I also...
well, you were like a little Svengali, man.
I also had to know... I also had to do, like, look at my mom sometimes, like, you remember to pay the light bill, right? As I'm opening all these toys and, like, they're setting up the CD. Like, we had a CD player in 1984.
Oh, shit. You were fucking rich. You telling me that I'm
rich? You
were rich.
We were pretty... My dad worked in the oil field industry.
Your dad was the guy from There Will Be Blood.
Probably. I've not watched that movie, so yeah. Okay.
I'm an oil man.
Yeah, right.
You don't even know the reference.
So yeah, he did well. So yeah, I was really spoiled. But then the drop fell out, and that was a shock. So, and yeah, but just Lawrence is right. But yeah, just do shit, like, be cool, and just accept there will be a point where it's something you've done that wasn't bad but seems bad.
I think you know what's a good move that I think will endear me to her. Like, let's say she's at the age where she's like, I'm hanging out in the mall with my friends. Then I show up and hang out. That would be cool, right? Like, that's like a great, like she would probably love that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, one, who hangs out at the mall?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't. Are there even mall? Like, is Sherman Oaks even still there? Like,
I guess I'm not cool. I don't know. I thought kids still hang out.
I don't think there are any malls left in Los Angeles. Like, I don't think you could even drive to somewhere as horrible as Van Nuys to find a mall at this point. Like,
oh, okay.
You might have to go all the way to Riverside.
I thought kids hang out at the mall.
Not anymore. Like, I don't think there are malls for kids.
You don't think she's at Sam Goody listening to music?
No, she might be at Tower Records.
Tower Records. There you go.
Tower Records. Tower. Nobody goes. I didn't even shop at Tower Records, and I had I take that. In college, there was this dude who was into me and had a lot of money. And he would take me to Tower Records, and he dropped like $200-300 on and it was like 4 CDs because it's Tower Records. And then we would go back to his place. He was a little older, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, who is this?" And he's like, "That's my son." I'm like, "How old is he?" And he'd be like 25. I was 27 at the time.
Oh my God, yeah,
wow, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I dated his son for a while, without them knowing. I didn't technically. I just went on dates with his dad and let his dad buy me stuff, and then anyway, I was a mess in my 20s.
It's no, I don't think it's a mess. I think you were finding your way.
So Lawrence again is breaking it down for us. My daughter's not ashamed to be seen with me, but she also hasn't ashamed like her father. And Lawrence is, to be fair, only slightly taller than a Smurf. So sometimes when they are out, he does have to run from Gargamel. So
I see. I mean, here's the issue. I have no shame, as you probably know. I
I
make a
expected.
yeah, I make a fool out of myself on the internet pretty much on a daily basis. So shame is not a thing with me. I will say I am fearless in that regard. But I can see a world where she's like, oh my God, like please stop. You're being too much you. You know what I mean? But I can't. I'm me. What the fuck am I gonna do? What
Just
can I
that's the
say?
thing. Don't try to be something different. This should be what everyone does for their kids. Just be yourself, no matter how lame it is, because kids are invariably going to think you're lame. Like
Got
my
it,
niece has points where I sent my niece strawberry shortcake dolls until she was like, how old? She's 16 now, almost 17. Like until like last year. Like even though she's like toys are for kids, I didn't care. I still sent them to her. In 20 years when I won't be. It'll take a long time for somebody to actually kill me. Many have tried, none have succeeded.
Wow. I'm glad. I'm happy you're still here.
No, I mean there was the guy who tried to throw me off the balcony that time, but
what?
Made the mistake of letting me get too close to that paring knife. And then he crawled away. I did have to clean blood out of the carpet so I could get my deposit back. But that's a story for another time.
Allison, you got a lot of stories that kind of end on the verge of murder, and then you go, "That's a story for another day." I noticed that about you.
I've got, I know how to tell a story.
Let me ask you a question. Has been anybody? I'm not going to say that has died by your hand, but let's just say, had you not existed on the earth, they would still be alive. Let's put it that way. Like, is there anyone that you can like point to?
What is the statute of limitations on murder?
Well, remember, that's not murder. I'm just saying, had you not existed on the earth, they could be thinking about you and trip and fall and die. So that's not murder. I'm just saying, is there anyone that had you not been born and if there's a timeline that you don't exist, that person would still be alive?
Oh yeah, there's at least 6 people, and that's discounting the murder side of things.
Got it. Okay, so there are murders confirmed, but
it's not no. There's no murder confirmed. I've never murdered anyone.
It's 20 years or something. But you can get off.
There's no statute of limitations.
Oh, there's not a statute of limitation.
And California may be different. I should probably.
I know California. You can murder somebody in front of a police station, and they'll be like,
murder somebody and like pretend. And be OJ Simpson and get away with it. So.
Right, that's right. That's honestly, Allison, the reason why I want to become like a toy mogul is not because I want to make toys. I just want to be above the law. I'll be really honest. Like I want to be at that point where like, people can't take me down because like you mentioned OJ, but like I can kind of commit any crime I want and just buy my way out of the system.
Here's the deal. You only get away. I mean, as OJ so clearly proved, you can only get away with it once. And
that's true. Well, yeah, but he fucked up because he got cocky. Yeah,
he tried to steal some shit back that he sold, and like they sent him away as long as they could for that. Why? Because he got away once. So it's like it's all about not getting caught.
Got it. Okay. So I mean, you said you've left pretty much like a body trail, is what you're saying. I mean, without saying it.
I mean, if I said I left a body trail, then I wouldn't be here because that means they would have found no bodies.
Well, put it this way: an undisclosed or unfound. I mean, this is all theoretical, right?
What I will say is, when like we find, like next time I go to LA, like we'll hang out and we'll go do karaoke, and I open with "The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia," and I close with "Goodbye Earl," and then whatever happens in between this. But my opener and my closer are about people getting away with stuff. So I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm down for some karaoke. I haven't done karaoke in a long time.
I haven't either, and I think the restraining order has finally expired so that I can go do it again.
Okay. There
was an incident when I did Cars That Go Boom last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You get real insight.
Well, the person I was doing it with wanted to be Bunny, and I was like, no, I'm Bunny. You're Tigra. And she was like, no, you're Tigra. I'm Bunny. And then she got shoved off. And I was just both because I can do both parts.
Do you duet a lot when you do karaoke?
I duet Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream.
I will duet the Glee cover of Poker Face.
Okay, all right.
Because there's the weird, stupid duet they do so that
How do you do a duet to Poker Face?
Google Glee Poker Face
Oh,
duet.
Glee. Oh, it's a Glee version.
It's a Glee thing, yeah. And that's more that it's ironic. I one time did a duet of Stand By Your Man, but that was she didn't realize we were going to duet by that one. But it was, to be fair, it was their wedding night, and I had tried to interrupt it when they were like, "Does anyone here object?" And I objected, and it didn't stop it. So I could, yeah, I had to notch it up a bit. So.
I like that. I kind of like to bust out like Les Miserables. Is that wrong? Like, you know,
no,
because that's a whole production. Like the, you know, who am I?
Do you have
you know,
like costumes and stuff for it?
No, well, sometimes you go to a karaoke place and they have like little trinkets and shit like that you could put on. But like, you know, that's a whole production, and I need some backup. You know what I mean? It's like I'll play Jean Valjean, and somebody, you know, I need like, yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. So but yeah, I usually like to go musicals. People don't know that about me. I'm a big musical fan. I like to go Disney songs. All right, I'm kind of like a old.
Well, since you say, when we meet and do karaoke, we'll do that John Travolta, Olivia Newton, not the like Summer 11 one.
You're talking about You're the One That I Want.
Yeah, we'll do that one at the end, and we'll be ironic, and we'll make sure Johnny Nostalgia sees it and feels left out, because you know he wants to do Olivia.
Johnny, can I tell you something? Johnny Nostalgia, he fucking refuses to rap battle me every time we do a live. At the end, I go, okay.
You tried to rap that one time though. Like I can see. I mean, it's not a rap battle. That would be a rap slaughter because he was so terrible at it.
Yeah, you're right. He sucks, and he won't do a freestyle. By the way, that rap that he did about me probably took him 3 weeks to write. But every live stream, I try to end it with "Let's do a freestyle," and he fucking refuses. I can't get the kid to like. I was like, "Do 3 bars."
Johnny Nostalgia is like the Iggy Azalea of Toy Tube. Like,
yeah, I think so. He's all. You know what, dude? He's all fucking production. He's all like Johnny Nostalgia is like the Britney Spears of fucking Toy Tube, where he's like he's it's all production to kind of like mask. You know, the voice might not all be there, and the lyrical, you know, he's like a Mickey Mouse Club. That's what he is.
And then his mom and dad are taking all of his money to fund.
That's right. Yes.
Which is why he's got to shill as much as he shills.
Yes. Johnny Nostalgia is the Mickey Mouse Club of toy reviewers. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah,
I'm authentic. I'm like the Bruce Springsteen. I came up from the streets doing toy reviews. Johnny Nostalgia, he's a product of the system. Okay, just know that.
Johnny Nostalgia is like Iggy Azalea and Vanilla Ice had a baby and named it Jonathan.
Yes. Yes. Did you ever hear, Alice, I don't know if you heard my rap, Ninja Crap. Did you hear my...
I did. If you put it on YouTube, I've seen it and listened to it.
Okay. Yes. Well, sorry, it wasn't mine. I found an old sample, an old demo that Johnny Nostalgia did called Ninja Crap. I guess he had a phase where he was trying to like become a rapper, and I resurrected it. I put it on YouTube.
That just made me so dry that you could call me Mrs. Ben Shapiro. I need some coffee after. Not that the coffee is going to undry me, but oh my god!
Yeah, what are you drinking right now? What is that?
It's coffee. Oh, it's too much coffee. It's got like some caramel, sugar-free shit in it.
Ooh.
Fat-free milk.
You're gonna make me want to get some fucking coffee right now.
It's never too late for coffee. I mean, you may not get to sleep, but it's never too late for coffee. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, Derek Hoover is saying, "I hate to burst your bubble, Hatter, but Springsteen's blue collar from the street persona manufactured Go Bond." Oh my God, is that manufactured?
Okay, so Derek, I adore you, and you, like, you are my spiritual, like, you are my Huckleberry. But my mother loved Bruce Springsteen so much that I hated him until she died. And now Springsteen, like Born to Run. Anytime Born to Run happens, I can remember this. It was the 70s and it was warm and everything was a little sweaty because it was Texas.
Yep. There you go.
And we were going to Gibson's to get Star Wars action figures. And my mother loved Bruce Springsteen. And then it was followed by, 6th Avenue Freeze Out.
Yeah, wait, what was that accent? What was your mother's accent?
My mother actually had my accent because she also worked to not sound Southern, but I like to do it's not technically because, like my grandmother was not Jewish because she, in the 30s, her mother told everyone she had a baby out of wedlock because that was less shameful than admitting she had a Jewish lover.
That's
He got her because
nice.
it was the 30s in Missouri, you know.
Well, I mean, 30s in Missouri. Yeah. Are you saying that the people didn't love the Jews in the 30s?
I'm saying that in Missouri, and I apologize to anyone watching this from Missouri, but it's not a place where diversity is appreciated.
Got it. Okay. I never been. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure they would appreciate you a little bit more than they would have then, but maybe not much more. But anyway, so my grandmother's father was a mystery, but he was actually just Jewish. But
oh, whoa, okay.
But technically, since so
L'chaim,
anyway, my grandmother sometimes, when she found that out later in life, she sometimes would sound. So I've inadvertently sometimes picked up a quasi, but since it's technically part of my heritage, it's okay. And I watched a lot of Saturday Night Live in the 80s. So.
Got it. Okay. We're unraveling you like an onion. We're learning all of the dark secrets of Alison Troy. There you go.
Oh God, no.
This is nothing.
This is the stuff I'm talking about online.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, no, this is on the internet. The internet's forever. I'm fine.
Very good. By the way, I have to say, speaking of all that, your Flipboard Gold.
Yeah, like really quickly, I'm gonna do a solo layout so we can appreciate.
Oh shit!
Flipboard. I got a little. Couldn't remember what was happening with his little dial. So
no, it's okay. That's all right. It looks great.
But he's all gold. Yeah. So anyway, he came out pretty good. I will scan that, tag it, put it on. Oh wait, that could be like a rap song, almost like some Missy Elliott. Scan.
Yeah. I got a Flipboard. I scan it, tag it, put it on. Yeah, you got it. You got some bars.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, what you drew there—that's Flipboard Perfect Gold. That's the move. People don't know. We put some lore into our variants. People just think like, hey, just gonna make a gold thing. No. Flipboard Gold is when Flipboard gets caught by other people. And they're like, there's a fucking flipper, get him. And they rush him. He hits a button on his scooper and he goes completely gold. And he is then immune to physical attacks. And I had also mentioned most magic attacks. People did kind of call me on it. They're like, well, can you be specific which magic attacks? I will say probably any area of effect attacks, okay? Any attacks of like where people try to like siphon life, like that kind of magic attack. Anything arcane, anything ice, anything fire. Now, could there be other magic that I don't know about? Like, yeah, sure. But like I'm saying, don't call me out on it because I don't know exactly. Flipboard Gold, Perfect Gold. I don't know all of the things that that it's immune to. There could be like druid magic, maybe can penetrate it, but I haven't found the type of magic that can undo Flipboard Perfect Gold. Is what I'm saying. Okay,
so Lawrence. I think Lawrence missed the giveaway, so this is a great time for us to remind everyone of the giveaway. So Hatter has signed his coloring of Flipboard.
Yeah, here we go.
And if you go to my community tab on the post with the uncolored version of this page, you should download and color it, post it to social media. This is not part of the giveaway. Just do it. Like, let's get the Flipboard news out to the people. But if you go to that tab on my community tab, and comment, "You're a mess, Carl." Everyone who comments that on the post will get put into a drawing, and we'll draw a name, and then Hatter will send the signed copy of what he colored to you. And maybe I will send this as well, but that involves me going to a post office, and that may not happen, kids.
Oh, I see. You don't like. See, I love the post office. Everybody treats me so nicely there. So
last time I went, I got into an argument because our post lady refuses to deliver anything to our door. So she will, when something requires a signature, I just have to go to the post office, and their hours are not convenient. They're not in a convenient place. She's the only delivery person. Like when she's sick, the guy who fills in for her will come to the door and have me sign shit. So
okay.
So I'm not gonna say anyone should like. I just hope she retires before I move. Anyway.
Retires. Don't kill her, Alison.
I would never. That's rude.
Yeah. But yes, you can get this. Can you imagine having your Flipboard? Look at this is how the display. We pretend this is Flipboard. You have your Flipboard right here, and then signed right next to you have this. You will be the fucking even if you're female. The big dick energy, and again, even if you're female, the big dick energy that you have, if you have this and your Flipboard, will be off the charts. Okay, I can't imagine having that. I own this right now, technically.
Technically, yeah. So it's even been touched by Hatter. So like it, and yeah, so he's touched it. It's got a little extra jus on it. No, jus.
It's got some extra. No, you're right. It's got extra jus. And by the way, it's a part of history now, Allison. Like we did that. We colored this together on this channel. I signed it on video. This is not. It can be verified. So if you go to Pawn Stars and they go, well, what's the provenance of this or whatever? You go, hey, motherfucker, look up Allison Troy's video right here, and then you show them signed on camera, colored on camera. By the way, I'm probably never going to, unless I go on your show again, Allison, color another Flipboard again with colored pencils. So you will have a 1 out of 1 that you can display next to your Flipboard or next to your flaker. I'm not going to judge. You can have it. You can display it next to both.
All right. I just had to quickly do a disclaimer, and I didn't want to interrupt you because I'm not that rude.
Oh, so sorry. No, go on.
No, there's a disclaimer. Jus, it's a French word. So.
Oh, okay. No, but you know what? I know where Allison's coming from, so I understand. I give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? So it's always taken into context.
Yeah. And if so, I do have a ukulele somewhere, so I can do an apology video. So.
No, it's okay. All right.
Anyway, all right, let's see. So I'm done and you are done. We're almost at an hour and a half. I don't want to keep you all night because you have a kid to go prove how cool you are too.
I know. I gotta start early.
You gotta start now.
But by the way, I am Mr. Tea Party. Let's play with bunnies. Let's play. You know, yeah. I do all that shit just in the hopes that somewhere in the back of her memory, when she thinks I'm not cool, she's like, you know what? That fucking dude sat down and put a dress on, basically, and you know, and so he's cool. Leave him alone. You know what I mean?
Geek the F out. Like, let the record show I've never been hungry enough to eat at Arby's.
Oh my God! Can I say that I fucking love Arby's?
You can, but that doesn't make it true.
Oh, I mean, my God!
I love it, but like
you know what? Allison and I, we're about to get into a giant fight here.
You've watched The Simpsons, right?
What happened?
Have you ever watched The Simpsons?
Oh, of course. Well, sorry, I watched like classic up until like season 13. Simpsons.
But then you're fine because there was a point like 97, 98, so classic, where they're all stranded on a desert. It was their Lord of the Flies episode. And they're sitting around the fire, and one of the twins goes, I'm so hungry, I could eat at Arby's.
Yes, that's right.
Oh my God, she's really hungry. And literally, I've never felt so seen by an episode of The Simpsons. I've never quite been that hungry, and for that, I'm grateful.
Okay, can I say to the chat, anybody who is listening to Allison and hating on Arby's, you got to get the is it gyro, euro, whatever it is, you get that at Arby's. It's fucking amazing. I don't know about the roast beef. I don't care about that. I'm gonna call it gyro. I know it's probably wrong. The gyros at Arby's are fucking fantastic. In fact, Allison, I don't want to admit this. I actually at one point, this is a few months ago during Christmas, I drove out of the way to get them. Okay? I drove out of the way to go to an Arby's.
But isn't there like a Popeye's chicken right by the Target where you go to never find toys?
There is a Popeye's chicken, but it's I don't know. You know how when shit is close to you, you kind of get sick of it. Not that I eat Popeyes all the time, but like, you know, I was like over it. But like, I wanted a fucking gyro.
It's not as good as my Cajun rice, but it's pretty good. Well, and I don't call it Cajun rice. I call it dirty rice, but I guess Popeyes is like, that's too controversial. We'll call it Cajun rice.
It's called dirty rice in Florida. What the fuck? That's controversial.
Well, everything is dirty in Florida, so
that's true. that's where I'm from.
I've been to you know, then like I've been to Florida. It's like there's just like a layer of grime that drops from the sky right when you drive across the state line, and then you're just like, and you're like, why am I not in cutoffs and flip flops right now with like my tank top sleeves rolled up? Like it's just.
I will not stand for this Florida bashing.
And then you change your name to Tanya with like extra Y's and shit.
Anyway, here's what I think. My advice, Allison. I think you got to give Arby's one chance. I think you go back, you find an Arby's, and just think of your buddy Hatter. Just have the gyro. That's it. Just have a bite of it.
Okay, fine. I will even put out. Well, I'm on YouTube now, so everything is content. So I will do it and tag you. And
I would love, dude. I would love to see that I would love to just see. Just hey, you know what Hatter said? Go to Arby's, and that's it. That's it. And you can feel good about yourself because you're not having one of these roast beef things. You're having a nice, delicious gyro. That's what I'm saying.
I thought anytime I see Panda Express, I remember another classic episodes of The Simpsons where they were the giant log was destroying shit and it almost took out Kentucky Fried Panda, or it took it out. And Homer's like, but their food was fingerling good.
Fingerling. They can't make that joke now.
You really can't. It's inappropriate. But at the time, it was acceptable. Well, Ling Ling was an actual famous panda. So
that's right, Ling Ling the panda.
It wasn't like a race.
I know, like, but like somebody will not know that and be like, "What the fuck?"
That's a good point. So if you are upset by me and want to cancel me from repeating a Simpsons joke, first you need to go Google Panda Ling Ling so that you understand what you're mad at.
That's right.
And if you're still mad, like one, you need to get mad at pandas and cages.
Yes, yeah. You know what? Can we not cancel Allison? She's a treasure. Look, who does these entertaining coloring videos as good? I would say nobody. Okay?
There's nobody else in JoyTube doing what I'm doing.
There you go.
At least this week. Next week there'll be 7 people doing this shit.
Yeah, you know what? I bet you Johnny Nostalgia starts coloring like fucking Dragon Ball Z. That fucking poser. He doesn't even know shit about Dragon Ball Z.
I need to get Johnny on. I had invited him at one point, and then I got sick, and he got sick, and it didn't line up. And
oh my god, that dude! By the way, there was like a stint where for like 2 months I was like, hey, let's do a lot. He's like, first of all, he goes to sleep at 7 p.m. That fucking nerd. Like at 7 p.m. he won't do anything after.
Our time.
No. 7 p.m. his time. He's like, I don't know. It's like 7 p.m. Like I told him at one time, I was like, hey man, I get off work at like 4. Let's fucking go. It's like, I don't know, 7 o'clock. I was like, what are you, a fucking old man? Like
he's like Benjamin Buttons. He's totally aging in reverse. I mean, let's take a moment before we trash him further to appreciate the man has amazing skin. Like
amazing skin?
Yeah, his skin is really nice.
Is it?
I never noticed. I'm advocating you go and wear his skin. I'm just saying he's got really like his skin
I would you know what? I would love to wear his skin for a day just to see how it feels to be like, you know, just to see.
You two should do Freaky Friday where you like switch bodies and stuff, and like you could be in him and you could.
Yeah, but he gets all the benefits.
You could also put that on OnlyFans too, and you could both make some money. Probably.
That's true, but if we did a Freaky Friday, Jonathan gets all the benefit of that transaction. What do I get?
Maybe for that one day, since he would finally be in a Mustang, he would finally be pushed to like go and get one instead of a Miata, which obviously leaves him stranded on the side of the road at least once.
Yeah, you know, I agree. Let me tell you something. When I'm in my Mustang, it's the happiest time of my fucking life. Okay, like I feel like the movie Drive every time I'm in it. Johnny, meanwhile, is in he's like, speaking of Simpsons, like Hans Moleman, remember in that fucking mobile where he's like, ugh, that's what he is in his little whatever he fucking drives. So he wishes. I want him to come out to Cali and I'll put him in my Mustang. I guarantee you it'll fucking change his life. Guaranteed.
It would. He would be so much happier if he had a better car. And I mean, and by better car, he could get like a 10-year-old Nissan with like a big dent in it from like a Hellstone, and he would still be happier than that Miata, because that Miata is just going to let him down. It may not have today. It may not.
The Miata represents Johnny nostalgia. It's a wound-up car. It's square. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like, you know, it's not cool. It's still nice, but it's not like cool. You know what I mean?
I feel like I can bench press a Miata though. I feel like I could get just a little angry and like go to it, and it would flip.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, for sure. I bet you that I could fucking Vin Diesel power lift a fucking like at least one end of a Miata while he's in it.
No way.
I can't wait for the live stream.
I know, like I think that's probably why we were both sick that day, because like Well, he was actually sick. Like he can. I mean, he even canceled Geek Dad Life appearance that day. So, he was sick.
By the way, I have to say this. I know I trashed him. Did you see what he did with that piss tank? He fucking.
That was like. FYI for everyone watching, we're talking trash about Johnny Nostalgia because A, he can take it, and two, he's actually a really great guy. So
no, I will. Yes, let me be serious. I'll pull the curtain. I fucking love that kid. So
he's a good guy.
It's all in good fun. But all I did, honestly, I'm being completely honest. All I did, Allison, is I said, hey, I had an idea for Flipboard's loot. I want a box. It's called the piss tank. That's all I know. That's all I'm going. And he did all of that other stuff. I had no contribution, and now I get people going, dude, you should fucking do something with the piss tank. So I mean, the guy has fucking talent. I gotta say.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Don't anyone mistake this for actual vitriol again. He's a good. It's fun to give him a little bit of. He also is whatchamacallit. He's in on the joke. Also, so not everyone.
He is on a joke, but let's be real. He does have a good amount of subscribers because he's a Dragon Ball poser. Yep. If he hits if he doubles it, I guarantee you that fucking snob will be impossible to talk to. I guarantee it. He's gonna be like, call my agent. You heard it right. You heard it here fucking first.
Well, hopefully he finds somebody he can like. I hope. Yeah, I mean, agent, yeah, it's a good idea. But also, hopefully, he pays someone to do his editing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He edits me under the tube. But also, like, whatever. Like, I learned how to edit 3 years ago. And do half of it on my iPhone because I get impatient.
Yeah, some would say his stuff is a little over-edited. That's just my kind of film. I only went to film school, so I guess fuck me. But like, if I had to give my like professional view, a little over it. It's like you're trying a little too hard.
You went to film school to be a director, right? Not an editor.
No, I went to film school. Funny enough, for animation.
Oh.
And while I was in film school, I got a job as a character designer at Disney. Okay. I worked at Disney. I ended up working at Disney for 4.5 years.
That's really good.
Character designer. But then I became a writer because I learned I learned animation and writing, screenwriting in fucking film school. But then I went this, and then after that I just started making I just started writing. I was a ghostwriter. That sounds kind of cool, like ghostwriter. Basically, all that means is like, you're uncredited. Nobody wants to know who you are. For anybody that doesn't know what a ghostwriter is, it means, hey, stupid, can you write this? But nobody's going to know your name. That's what a ghostwriter is. Only in the last few years, though, I've been having.
I think we call them script doctors when it's a screenplay.
You call them script doctors. Oh, you know what? I'm currently a script doctor right now on something. So I am technically now, I have upgraded from the ghost writer industry to the script doctor. But I am a fan of writing. That's why I have so much lore in this Flipboard. Like, people are like, dude, why do you have 10 pages of story for a variant? It's like, well, I want to, this is my thing. This is fun for me, But I forgot how we got to there.
I don't know. It's the circle of life or whatnot.
Yeah. No, you don't have to go down on me. Wow. No, that I didn't have to do that.
We did get fired by Kathleen Kennedy, though. So
this is pre-Kathleen Kennedy. This is when Disney was hiring a lot of outsourcing, because they were doing a lot of channels like Boys Action, like JetX, and all that shit.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty crappy. So like, I'm not gonna be. If you're looking for me to be in the camp of like, Disney's great, no, I was not treated well, and I was very, very underpaid. I was working there, and I had no money all the time. Like, I always had no money. And I didn't even have a severe toy habit back then. I just was living in LA, you know what I mean? And just had no money. So if you're looking for me to be the defender of the Disney process, it's not going to be me, because I didn't have a great experience, but it was work. So, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of things I watched, Derek, too, where I wish I could be a script doctor. That's called any episode.
I will say this. There is a way to do it, but as a writer, I did about 15 years of eating, and again, that doesn't have to be your story as a writer.
Yeah.
But my story as a writer was 10 to 15 years of eating absolute shit and writing almost for free and having a day job on the side, and then only after some of that getting to a point where like, hey, maybe we'll give you some money to do it. So again, that was my experience. If you want to do it because you love it and you need to do it and you need to pump out scripts and put them out there because it sucks. And by the way, I'm in no way like now like I'm a made man. I still have to. I mean, Allison, you know how freelancing works. You stop that job and now it's like, oh my God, when is my next job going to come? So it's a little terrifying.
Well, it's funny during the writer's strike. I mean, not that that's, well, I mean, it's sort of why we're here because you created Flipboard and this is part of your lore. But like during the writer's strike, there were people like, oh, those overpaid writers. It's like, if you understood how much it costs to like buy water, like, because in LA, like, and people like this was what blew my mind. And this is why one of the reasons I didn't move out there. The other reason is it's too close to Moby. But like most apartments and most houses that you rent, you still have to buy your own refrigerator in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, they don't like, give you any. They don't give you anything.
My friend Kay, who lived in LA, was like, she's like, yeah, we just bought this. She's like, you're lucky we had the little tiny fridge until 2 weeks ago when we finally got this one. And I'm like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
And
a shitty apartment. She's like, yeah, you have to buy your own. And I'm like, Melrose Place did not prepare me for that.
No, no, that's not the life. And I will say too, most of these artists that like striking and this and that, the ones that are making money probably represent like less than 5% of like the pool of like writers, and that goes for actors. I don't know how directing works really. Like I don't know about that world, but it's like 5% or less are like, hey, I'm balling as a writer. I'm like fucking making, 200 whatever a year, and really fucking making it. The rest is just like, I don't know, dummies like me that are just like, you write something, then dude, I have a good friend who wrote on Gotham, and you would think, okay, that guy's made in the shade. That dude has to now, for 4 years, I think he's just trying to hustle, trying to find it. So even if you're on something, there's such a length of time, unless you're like a big name, unless you're like, oh, you wrote Avengers or you wrote this and that. It's like you're just hustling all the time. It's fucking exhausting. I thank God I have a day job. So people don't know that about me. I have a day job, and then I freelance as a writer, and then I do YouTube, and now I'm trying to make a toy. So like, and I'm a dad. So like, I'm pretty much like at that, like, when Peter Parker is holding the boat or holding the train, I'm like at that limit. But you just have, I don't know, like I like creative stuff. So I just try to get into anything I can get into.
Well, I mean, you kind of, again, Los Angeles and the entire metro area, you kind of have to grind to survive. Like that's what people don't get. It's so expensive. Moby just roams freely. Yeah.
Oh, Allison, what about new character Grindor?
Grindor? That would be a good one. Grindor would be good. That could be the character that's your actual.
Is that just me?
That would be you and like you would be that would be yourself. That would be your Mary Sue.
I like it. Well, Grindor, I don't know if you heard, but the thing that most people suggested Johnny Nostalgia is Posor.
I can see people suggesting that as Posor.
Yeah. And I even told him to his face, I said, here's your battle action, is you hold a figure like this in your hand, and when you press the button, you have a shelf, and he just puts shit on the shelf. That's a battle action. Allison, you missed my awesome battle action move. But that's he just does this.
Well, I was doing a quick thing. It's not going to be very good, but it reminded me. Well, I'll just do it on screen. I forget until this phone is. My battery's probably going to die soon.
Who's being talked shit about? Who are you drawing an effigy to right now?
I was just thinking like we should design. I mean, like, Posor.
So. Oh, Posor, yes, yeah. It's got to look like Johnny. Derek is saying, he's saying I would legit like to learn what the process of just freelance and such, especially remote. I just like write it. I'll tell you what. Here's what I did because it's a short answer. When I was in school, because I was a character designer out of school, that didn't really mean anything in a writing segment or in the writing world. So what I did, I hope I don't bore everybody, but I'm going to try and make it quick, is that I would just write screenplays and I would send them to contests and see where they rank. And those contests would then give me feedback on them. And the first 3 of them sucked ass, okay, because like I read them back and they were just not good. I also was able to get a job being what's called a script coverage person. So basically what you do is you get paid $10 a script. I know that sounds lucrative. It sucks because it takes a whole fucking 3 hours to do script coverage. But what you do is you work for a company and they send you scripts and you basically read the script and you give notes. What can be better? What could be worse? It's your own opinion. So I did that for a while, but that also got me to understand like how scripts work and this and that. At some point, I because I sent some scripts out, I got onto the radar of like an agent, and the agent was like, hey, I like your writing. And then I had another script and I worked with him on it and he sent it out and some people liked it. Somebody ended up buying it. And then I was kind of like, from then, getting like freelance work. So the start of that, the beginning of that is writing stuff and sending it, even though it costs money, it costs $40-50 a pop, sending it to contests, sending it to festivals, sending it to there. I also had when I was in school, I wrote a film. It's not very good, but somebody paid me to make it. And that got into a festival called South by Southwest. And that also got me some attention. And so I was able to like kind of parlay that into other stuff. All that being said, honestly, I had a day job the whole time and I still do, because freelancing, again, sucks dick. And you have to fucking just, make do. So that's my story. That's my short abridged story. South by Southwest is pretty prestigious. So it is. I mean, that got me a bump. That got, not the Hatter bump. That's that's priceless. But like, it got me something.
I'm not sure how well. I'm gonna quickly. Most of this character design is not particularly good because it was really quick. But like, obviously, the face and the hair. Like, I wasn't going for a likeness per se, but he does need to have sort of the hair. But I'll draw your attention to the parts of this design that I like the most. These big, oversized gauntlets, which I don't know why, but they just seem very poser-y.
No, can I do some writing and tell you why?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, the gauntlets is because his arms are very weak, so he needs like power gauntlets to like pose all his figures. So like they basically act as like his thrusters to like pose the figures, because without them, I mean, let's face it, he's kind of like a wimp. So like, he needs them to just put his figures up. So that's the explanation for that.
My battery on the phone just died. So let me hold it up really quick.
Oh yeah.
So, and this down here is the poser diaper. Where's it up? And there would be a big P on the front of the diaper. Right?
Yeah, I like that. So that's another thing is Posor. He spends so much time sitting in his chair posing that he just has to like, he just pisses himself. So that's a good addition too. I like that. That makes sense.
That's a good point, Quip. He is missing the facial hair stuff.
Oh yeah, he needs.
I can't off the top of my head remember what his facial hair looks like.
Give him like it's kind of like sad facial hair. It's not like mighty like mine. Like, but yeah, I like that. That's pretty good.
It looks like it needs to be trimmed or whatever. So
yeah,
there you go.
Allison, I have a perfect idea.
Yeah.
His case that he comes in is a locker, and so you put like you stuff him in the locker, and you open the locker if you want to take him out.
So this would require new tooling though, because you would need to figure a way to make the shoulders fold in almost like a transformer. So like the torso would need to be transformer-esque, so he could squeeze into the locker.
Well, maybe he doesn't have like a muscular buck like Flipboard. Yeah. Maybe his buck is already kind of like small and minuscule. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Rick. Power gaunt. Yep, exactly.
To post figures only recently acquired. There was no chance before him. Yeah, that's right. He What else he does? Here's what else. Here's another thing that he does. He has a dial that tells him the most popular figures of the month, and that's what he reviews. Like so like whatever's popular or trending, the dial turns and basically like so. Let's say Turtles loses its popularity, but let's say Dragon Ball is super popular. The dial turns to Dragon Ball, and so he's always posing the thing of the flavor of the month.
He should also come with like a little phonogram accessory that's like that pumps out the algorithm.
I like. Yeah, maybe that's his. Maybe he has an accessory called alcohol.
Yeah. It's like those turntables like the DJs have, like you know.
Yes, I want to make Pozor.
And it should be small enough to fit inside the. Yeah, that's true. Hello, PC games and things. We're pretty close to wrapping up, but this will be a good one for the replay crew.
Yeah, replay crew. All right. Well, how come you didn't say live, you fucking poser?
I know. What are you guys doing on a Wednesday night with Gotham City Tonight conveniently ending before I started? Thanks, Dole, wherever you are.
Yeah, thanks, Dole. You fucking no. You know what? I love Dole. I can't trash.
We never finished my Eternia story, Christmas 1987. Anyway, that's a story for another time.
Okay, I want it, but I want to hear that story. So
okay, well, quickly, let's do that. Then we will shill your.
No, I don't want to pressure you into now. Whenever you're ready.
It's not even that good of a story. So if we hold it, it builds it up too much, and then like it's like in Pulp Fiction, the whole catch up thing. And then you have to like revive me because that is a story for another time. Anyway, so my parents set up the stupid Eternia. It's got the tracks.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman's arms and them. Anyway, it broke day one because those tracks were so brittle. So, and it ruined Christmas. So there you are.
Wow.
No. Well, I mean, it didn't ruin it because I also got Crystal Falls that year for She-Ra, so that was way cooler. But anyway.
But aren't those tracks like notoriously like bad or something? I don't know.
They're pretty brittle, but Dole's survived to this day. What?
Yeah, well, Dole. I see him as almost like an OCD kid. You know what I mean? Who probably just took care.
He probably got some sort of spray.
Yeah.
Thing that you spray the plastic and it retains its. Whatever.
I like that.
That Doler, that would be the Dole figure. That's where you have to get that slightly taller buck.
Yes, and his playset is Doler Tree.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, all right, let's quickly. Yeah. So if you're watching this even on the replay, bottom of the screen we have the link for the Kickstarter. Yes. Go and do your Flipboard. You need to do your Flipboard. Everyone needs
guys, get it. Support Flipboard. Support independent artists. Get in on Flipboard because once the Kickstarter is done, you're going to tell your grandkids or your pets or whoever your friends. You're going to be like, man, it was like I could have gotten the first Coca-Cola bottle. You know what I mean? I could have. You want to make sure that was a horrible example, by the way, but you want to make sure to support Flipboard, support or Flaker or both. Who knows? And I also want to say, just as a reminder, I am serious. If you do want this, Allison will give you the rules. I will send this out to somebody, nationwide. Let's be. Maybe if you're international, maybe we could work it out. But it's signed. This is worth thousands, obviously. And then I just colored this on camera. So we're going to give this out to one luck. Oh, my God. Can you imagine how lucky you are if you win this? It's like you fucking won the lottery.
It's a part of toy history. It's a one-of-a-kind piece.
One-of-a-kind piece. Because I will tell you right now, even though I love coloring, I probably will not color this again. So there you go.
I mean, Hatter will be back. Like, I'm going to have you back for a non-showing episode. Like, because it's been, like, yeah, we've... And the people have been enjoying.
I knew I was gonna have fun.
Oh, I knew too. I was like, so this is
good job. By the way, people in the chat, they got Flipboard, Kenzo, and PNC. Thank you I gotta say thank you.
Yeah, thank you. A few of the people in the chat are Derek. Yeah, exactly. Kenzo is epic.
Kenzo say you got 2 Flipboard and a Flaker. PNC Game and Think, PNC Music Factory. I'm in on Flipboard. He went there. So thank you so much for supporting.
Yeah, thank you to everyone. We will see.
Get back here. Work night. Come on.
How dare you go and have a job so you can buy Flipboard, Alex?
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You need that job to buy Flipboard.
Yeah.
So Go with God. Godspeed.
And we know Eldor is
Master Versatile Toy Hunter backed a flip. Look at this. We're in good
I
spirit.
know.
We're in good company. I love it. I love when I get into like a chat with people that are like-minded. You know,
I tend to have a good. I mean, you know, like my subscribers are a little bit on the lower side than probably most of the shows inviting you on, but I have a really good, solid group of cool people.
You know what? You do have cool people. There are some podcasts I go on that people sometimes are not so kind. They're very,
yeah, you know, I've seen. I also, I mean, we're at the end. I have a couple really amazing mods, and I gave them some really specific instructions to yeet anyone who was a dick bag, because this is a no dick bag zone. I mean, you know,
other than your guests.
Well, I mean, like there's acceptable dick baggery, and then there's unacceptable dick baggery, and I've seen too much unacceptable dick baggery in a few of the streams you've been on, where it didn't get yeeted in time. So
that's true.
I asked my very amazing mods, who I'm not going to necessarily out, even though you could probably tell, but who like to move incognito. It's easier to kick people and ban people if they're shitty.
Thank you, mods.
They don't know what they're looking for. So thank you to my mods, especially because this is not my normal streaming time, but it was just important. One, we needed after hours so the F-bombs could fly and we could have an adult conversation.
Sure.
Also, my note, this is the thing, I was like, make sure you say you have until April 1st to back Flipboard, correct?
April 1st at 9 a.m. PST.
So get in there.
Is when the Kickstarter ends. We wanted to end it on April 1st. We thought, what an appropriate day. Maybe that becomes the. By the way, you know, maybe that becomes the tradition. You just say April 1st. But
that would be a good tradition. It's also a Monday, so it makes sense. It gives the weekend. Today is the 20th, yes. Which means you've got 31-ish days left to go and back Flipboard if you have not.
You got a week and how many days did you say?
I don't know.
8, 9, 10. You got 11. You got 11 days.
11-ish days, yeah. So
yes,
it's 11-ish days. It's a little.
You got 11-ish days.
And I'm that's the other note I have. Where can people find you in the coming days and weeks so that they can find out more about Flipboard and enjoy your son? I literally in my notes like, make sure you say he has a sunny personality because it's funny.
Yes, thank you, Allison. If you want to enjoy my funny, sunny personality, just go to the Mad Hatter channel, the Mad Hatter Toy Reviews. Just put that in there. You'll know, because as soon as you put that in there, you'll see a thumbnail with a face doing this, or just pointing at some toy, or one of these faces. You know, you'll do that.
Yeah, Algo likes those sort of faces.
Yeah, they like those faces. Or when I do this face, like that face. So you'll see that face, and you'll know right away that you've come home. You're welcome to the Shire. You just go in there. You subscribe to Mad Hatter Reviews. Keep in mind, this month, for obvious reasons, we are doing a lot of Flipboard videos and Flipboard updates. So the norm is not really that. The norm is like, hey, Ninja Turtles is doing this, Master of the Universe is doing that. That's usually the channel's content. And then we also spot a lot of custom stuff. And I want to actually do more because I do like supporting like just independent. Every custom video I've done, not only has it been a blast doing, but the people I've done it for were like, dude, thank you for the visibility. And that to me means a lot more than like another Mattel, you know, who doesn't need, like, it's like, do they need another fucking schmuck to like, hey, Mattel, I'm doing a video about you. So I'm going to start doing that, I think, a lot more. But yes, a lot of Flipboard, because we're on the road. It's like a presidential election. It's like we're the road to Flipboard. So follow Mad Hatter Reviews channel. Kickstarter. I think Allison put the Kickstarter in the.
It's on the bottom of the screen.
On the bottom of the screen. You want to support the
Kickstarter? Should be in the description of this video, along with a link to. And again, if there's anybody watching this who doesn't already know who. Yep, Kickstarter and his channel are both linked in the description of the video. I can imagine that there's anyone watching me who doesn't watch you already, but yeah, there's probably 3 or 4 people. My replay crew will probably So
Well, there you go. There you go. So yeah, Flipboard, he's out now. There's just so people don't know, there's a Flipboard, a glow in the dark, a gold, and a stealth. And there's also an artist proof. So for all you guys who want to paint stuff up, there's a lot of artists I know in this chat. Not only does he come unpainted, but so does the Katcha. And we've had a lot of people that want to. I foresee a lot of people painting up those little Katchas. And the other character that we introduced on Monday is Flaker. Flaker is he's the villain. He's and he has a watch the video if you want the backstory. But also the team that I'm making this with, Ace from Ramen Toys. So if you think that it's me in the back making toys, I'm an idiot with that. It's definitely not me. But Ace knows his shit. Renders effects. Ryan is the one. Oh, Ryan's still here. He's the one that basically designed, brought all those things to life. Mega J is basically my my how do I say it? Like the heart and soul of this thing, managing this project. And Nate and fucking Gilly and Toy Story. I don't want to forget. There's a lot of people. It takes a journey. It takes not a journey. What?
It takes a village.
A village to make something like this. But we had a lot of people that contributed, and by the way, worked on their own time.
Right.
So I'm fucking choking here. I'm choking
It's
up.
all right.
So yeah, that's it. Those guys, I want to shout some people out. And go to the Kickstarter. And by the way, they're on the Kickstarter page. So if you want to, obviously I'm getting emotional. I'm tearing up. If you want to support Flipboard, support Flaker. And, we are definitely going to take this line to a new level. Allison, I really think that you like what our Wave 2 is, what we are thinking of for Wave 2. I think you personally, knowing what you like, I think you personally will like that.
The little bits you've teased, it's very much, it's not Hasbro not throwing a female figure down in the first wave where that they can make the tooling happen. Small independent creators, like I get the way I understand, like that's sort of, before I started coloring shit on the internet, that was sort of what I was doing on the internet, was like pointing out tooling, like especially on Motu Origins. It's like, well, with this part, and that part, we could have these 17 characters. So I know how tooling works. So I get why there's not a female figure in your first wave. Because
I had no idea about tooling, and it really is a thing, guys, where it's just like
it's expensive.
It's so expensive, but I think if we can now take it to the next level, I would personally love, because this is when I first thought of Flipboard, there were 3 other characters that I was thinking of. Flaker was always going to be one of them. This other female character was going to be another, and then there's another one. So my goal is to see if I can get her made, and whatever that however we do it.
Well, I one personal opinion. I've really enjoyed the enthusiasm of the community around this project, which is one of the reasons I was like, I have to have Hatter join me in some capacity as part of this, because it's just been cool.
Yeah,
especially because it came from, we all had that Wondar moment that was horrific.
Yes.
We
also had a Lord Grass moment too.
Oh, Lord Grass.
I don't know anybody that got that goddamn thing.
Some of us may be still, some of us may be still experiencing PTSD from that. So, he'll show up in a year on Mattel Creations like Duplicate did, and everyone will be able to get him, and then people will be like, he's not even that great. And it's like, shut up, Carl.
Yeah, I know. Shut up, you fucking naysayer.
Nobody likes you. Exactly, Alpha Magnus.
Yeah. New character, Naysayor.
That would be a good one, Naysayor.
By the way, tomorrow there's a drop.
Is there? What can you tease the drop for us?
No, isn't it Cyclone, or maybe it's Friday?
Oh, I thought you meant your drop.
Oh no. We are done. Just FYI, I don't want that to get twisted.
Oh yeah, no, I think they're doing a whole thing tomorrow. So
okay.
It's hard to. And this is why this sort of the Wondar was sort of the slow slide. a lot of us were really into Origins, like super into them.
Right.
And then One Star happened and it super sucked. And it kind of killed some of that love. And like this sort of last year of Motu Origins for me has just been discouraging as heck.
Right.
And I didn't talk about it because it's like I don't, despite what it may seem like, I don't dwell on the negativity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I hear you.
throw myself into, sort of coloring, building my channel instead of being really disgruntled about Motu Origins. But,
Yeah.
like it's kind of sucked. So, yeah.
I'm so annoyed they couldn't have waited for Snoutspout.
Yeah, because I do feel like those two drops are a little close, especially with the salt of the. Somebody said today that maybe Lord Grasp and Terror will show up tomorrow, and they won't because we're all expecting it. If we weren't expecting
I guarantee they don't show up tomorrow. I fucking guarantee you they don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah, they won't. Not until Walmart actually ships some of those. So.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Let's. I think do. Flip or how long they have. I'm just going down my list.
Yeah.
You're officially the biggest guest I've ever had, so I want to make sure.
Well, there you go.
Alton,
I'm hoping to give you the Hatter bump, and no, the Hatter bump. People have been. There's a nasty rumor that the Hatter bump is some kind of like almost like something you got to go to the doctor for, like bumps on your skin. That is not true. Okay, whoever started that rumor, that's not true. Hatter bump is a bump in elevation, a bump in fame. Okay, so that's what I hope to do. That's what I want to accomplish. I was like, when my friend Allison reached out, I was like, you know what, Allison is she's a friend. I have to see if I can grant her the Hatter bump. Let's see. We're gonna see if it works. Basically,
the Hatter. Literally, we've got people watching tonight. It gets me some watch hours. Like my YouTube goals are very simple. Like I want to hit a point where I can, and this sounds like, oh my God, whatever. I would like to offer membership because I'd like to do member streams. I'd like to do bonus stuff.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I want to do stuff like that. I don't necessarily. I mean, like I have no illusion I'm going to make money on YouTube.
Well, I would be happy to be the first to join the.
I want to do a membership and give people like free color alongs and like.
There you go.
I want to do more. Like it was one of the things. Like it was fun creating a coloring page for this stream.
Yes.
I 100% aped an old He-Man coloring book because that's what we do.
I love it.
But it was in line with what it is. But it was, I had stopped drawing for a really long time. I tried to do an online comic back in like the 2000s and it just didn't work. For some of that was on me, but it kind of soured me to art and drawing, and the coloring thing has actually rebuilt it. And I've gotten to draw a couple things the last year and haven't hated it. So
well, that's what art is about. Is that's a great perspective on art. When you get sick and tired, I've had that moment too, where it's like, sometimes I love writing, and honestly, sometimes I look at the page and I'm like, I would rather fucking slit my wrists and my fucking neck than write this thing. And I think it's always good to get away from that, do another type of art, do something. That's why I like toy collecting. Toy collecting is just a relief for me. I know that I always seem like I'm wound up, but sometimes I just like to just look at toys and look up toys and stuff like that. So get away from it, come back fresh. I think that's the way.
Yeah, and to be honest, I had so many drawing bad habits anyway that started coming back to it a decade-ish later. The sketch does not, because that was just so quick. But when I actually sit down to draw, it's a lot. Like my form is much better than it was. So
well, great. You did a great perfect gold.
Yeah, and I will scan that and put it on Instagram and tag you and remind people to watch the video to find out how to be. So for everyone watching right now, just a reminder: if you would like a signed copy of Hatter's art from tonight,
not a signed copy. I drew this.
Original, my fault.
Yes, I drew this with these colored pencils. So you will get a. Now I did not do just so Allison was the one that did the outline. So but I colored this in. So you will get a one Allison, what is it? 1 out of 1, right? 1 out of 1.
The only one.
The only one, probably the only one that's going to be, okay? And it's got my there you go, the signature right there. And I mean, this is, if you're an eBay guy, I mean, or girl, thousands of dollars, I'm sure, for this. So yeah, there you go.
Unoriginal concept art. So yeah, if you're watching this and you would like a chance to win in a drawing, go to my community tab and write on the community post for tonight's live stream, "You're a mess, Carl." And we'll put you in a drawing. You've got 48 hours. So if you're driving right now, listening, you're good.
Ooh.
So 48 hours.
Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy?
Oh my God, I haven't thought of that movie in years. The first one, not this. We'll just pretend the second one never happened.
Sure. 48 hours, baby.
Another 48 hours was another movie we didn't need.
Right.
That was when Eddie Murphy was trying to reclaim his glory. And he's like, I know what we can do. We can do 48 hours sequel. It was how I first got famous. And we were like,
sure. No,
America was like, Yahoo Serious, another 48 hours. No, thank you. You can all go with Lena Dunham to like Moby's house with the usage we have for you. So.
Sure.
Poor Lena Dunham. She wakes up every day and she's Lena Dunham.
Yeah, but she's also fucking rich.
She is, but she's still Lena Dunham. Like no amount of money makes that go away. So
I
it's
guess
like Moby. He's always going to be Moby. Like you can be rich, you can sell a gazillion albums, they can go platinum. I mean, he had to hang out with Gwen Stefani. Like, can we just take a moment to realize he had to hang out with Gwen Stefani to record a song?
What if you had Moby as a guest? Would you like that? Would you would you pretend that you were kind of a fan, or would you just
I wouldn't. I mean, spoil. Well, I doubt they're watching. I had somebody reach out to me and ask if I would have them on, and I was like, "Yeah, let me get back to you," and I never did.
You never did? Okay.
I never did. I don't think they're doing YouTube anymore, though. I think I was. And if I'm your only hope in saving your YouTube career, like.
Well, I like the fact that you are discerning, and you're not, because now I feel better. I was like, you know what,
No, I didn't finish that. So when I decided I was going to do live streams where I colored with people, I made a list of 20 people who had a YouTube channel, and there are people who don't have YouTube that I think are cool that I'm going to have on at some point for my Sunday thing. But you were like on my top 20 list, and
there we go.
A few of those people were like, well, if I have this person, it's very strategic and it'll get views. You were on the and there were 10 of the people were strategic and 10 of them were like, this person would just be fun. You were on, I mean, you obviously fit into both. Okay. But I was like, how would be fun? Because I don't know,
no, that's amazing.
Actually, when that rap thing happened, whenever you and Johnny did your fake beef.
Well, I was actually going to say, Allison, you would make me really happy if, even if you're lying, if you told me Johnny Nostalgia maybe wasn't on that list, I
can't lie about that. He was on the list, but he wasn't on the fun to hang out with part of it.
Oh, he was not on the fun to hang out.
He was on the strategic,
yes. Okay.
Because he does a lot of art. I was like, it would be very strategic to have an art. I'm going to also get the podcast microphone here.
I like the podcast microphone, but I don't want people to miss that. Johnny Nostalgia. I was on the list. I was on the strategic, but also fun.
You were on the fun list.
But Johnny Nostalgia, just so I can make it clear, if you're watching this, you fucking hack, you are just on the you're just a strategic guy, which is, I mean, I love you, buddy, but let's face it, people don't bring you on because you're fun. They bring you on because it's like a strategy thing. Maybe bring in the Dragon Ball Z crowd. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying.
He was on my list before he even did Dragon Ball Z. When I invited him on, it was so we could color Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm too old for Dragon Ball Z. I was in college or whatever when I came to America. So
I know, but here's a secret. Johnny's also too old for Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, maybe I should pay more attention. I should figure out the lore behind Dragon Ball Z.
There's a lot.
I should just become a Dragon Ball Z coloring channel, and then I could get 30 gazillion followers.
You will expand. You'll expand the shit out of your audience. But will it be authentic? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I've got the shit. That's why whenever I had a video one time that like got 20 views, well, it didn't help that YouTube showed it to 15 fucking people. Thanks a lot, YouTube. We showed this video to 15 people. Your views are lower than normal. I'm like, you think?
Yeah,
I
I know.
I had at least 80 subscribers at the time, YouTube. Anyway, but
Yeah.
I
Fuck
could have
YouTube.
said, well, I will never do this kind of, I will never do this character or franchise again. But I did.
Well, there you go.
Because I'm not doing, obviously not doing this for the money. I'm doing
What?
this, I love it.
What?
I love the creativity. I love the YouTube. I love the community.
It
and
is a
stuff.
great one.
No, all seriousness. Like, there's a really good community. We've got a nice little corner of ToyTube. And here, none of us have to borrow our wives' laptops. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And final note. No, that was not. Final note. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. With that, we're going to end the stream. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you, Mad Hatter, for taking the time to hang out and color with me and let me help
you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, this was fun. I had a blast. I got to color. I haven't colored in a long time. I had fun with the chat. Okay, nobody.
We had a good chat tonight.
Huh?
We had a really good chat tonight.
Yeah. There's a lot of good peeps. Nobody trashed. Maybe somebody trashed me. I didn't see it, but I'm gonna pretend no one trashed me. And I did have a great time. I will be happy to come on whenever you require, and it's been a blast.
Yeah, well, we'll have you once everything calms down from the campaign, and you've got a little bit more. Not that you'll have free time between all of the jobs in LA and making.
I will make time.
We'll figure it out though. Definitely, want to have people back that I enjoy. Well, and we'll also do it like one of the after. I don't want to call it after dark. I don't want Geek Dad Life to sue me for calling this after dark.
Yeah, I know. Geek Dad Life after dark.
Oh my god! I thought Jay was here with us for a second.
You like my Jay?
Well, that was a good job. The possibilities. Anyway, but we'll have a very special episode of Blossom again after dark.
I think so.
so that we don't have to worry about language. Because Sunday morning when I normally stream, the language is a thing. So.
Oh man, I don't think I could survive on that one.
I have a hard. There's some days where it depends on who my guest is, but like when my friend Muriel joins me, so we can color Strawberry Shortcake and just shit talk YouTube people, not like ToyTube people, but like like Colleen Ballinger and like YouTube people.
Sure.
It's really hard sometimes to remember. Like we shouldn't say that word. So yeah. All right, and I've got videos happening all the time. You guys watch my shit. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat people and internet people.
And thanks again, Hatter.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll do it again soon. Good luck. I'm going to say good luck, and more good luck because it's already been pretty good of a campaign.
Yes.
But onward, upward. Let's make it as big as we can.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. I'm Allison Choi, Retro Toy Princess, and I am out.
Bye, guys. Bye.